should pause it.
Fantastic.
That way.
Streamers pause. Big ol' puzzle.
Beagle.
I see those.
Pause.
All I see is those
I
music
see
tracks.
exactly what we see. Yeah, all I see is the tracks, and I see on the map all that we can see normally, so.
Fabulous. Fantastic.
Magnifique.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, I probably should go on Twitter and go retweet some stuff.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
even though I only have, like, nobody on there, but I have some people.
Hey,
I'll follow
you know,
you.
everyone counts. 1 second here. Gotta do a thing.
Jesus.
So you got the stream loaded up and all that? Like everything looks fine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks fine.
Fabulous.
Why can I not see who's actually in the room?
Yeah, I'm having that issue too.
Not
Me
seeing
too.
any viewers.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I should refresh the page.
I did.
Oh yeah, I'm not even.
Let's see. Oh, yep, I see it now. Once I refreshed, and then pause it right away. Okay, we're good.
Alrighty,
There we go. We got 7 people. Wow.
So everyone, welcome to the second episode with dogs in the background. Fabulous. Of Heroes of Sollaria. And before we start, I got some announcements. You know, fun stuff. If your need for D&D is still unsated after this game tonight, tomorrow night from 7 to 9 p.m. EST, if you tune in to twitch.tv/The Guardians of the Realms, you can catch me playing the Silver Dragonborn Paladin of Bahamut, Uldren. It's a really fun game, good group of guys. We're currently running through Horde of the Dragon Queen, so that's fun. Additionally, we have a one-shot that we will be playing this Tuesday, same time, 9 to 12 p.m. EST. Same time as this stream, we're going to be revisiting some characters from the previous game, 20th level characters, as they face a new foe in a different world. So if you want to see some high-level D&D, some crazy stuff that's not balanced at all, nor is at all in the books, be sure to tune into that. But before that happens, on Monday after the Guardians of the Realm stream, I will be hosting a bit of like a solo stream. And basically, it's going to be me going through some lore and history about the context for the one-shot on Tuesday, as well as just hanging out and answering questions people have about either this game or that game. And that will be from 9:30 to 11 p.m. EST, if that interests you. Anyone got anything they would like to announce or talk about before we begin?
Not for me, Chief.
All right.
Good.
I think I'm good.
All right. Real quick, if the people in the Roll20, if you click the As tab and go to your character, your portrait becomes that character,
Which is really heckin' cool.
It is really cool.
which is really useful, especially for the audience, so they can start to get to know everyone's.
Oh,
Can
boy.
start associating names with characters, kind of a thing.
Well, player names with characters at
Yes, my bad. So, without further ado, let us begin. So when we last left off, you all had been recruited by Cultus Baltz, a older tiefling man who you assume is a noble, considering he holds himself like one, has a house, all that good stuff. And is after a magical orb that was stolen by some goblins and a dog, apparently. In return for getting the orb, he offered information, money, a dog, and a place to
You
call
offered a
home.
dog?
Yeah, totally.
Shit.
Canon,
Oh, fuck.
canon.
Gotta do this now.
It comes with the house. When you're done with the adventure, You had fought and killed a dryad, saw a hobgoblin or two riding on some wargs, and arrived at the tree line next to the goblin encampment, and had been discussing your plan of attack. And as you were, a pink burst of energy flared up after a small squabble, and a goblin was shot out of the gate with a hole through its chest and was presumably dead. A second passed, and a pink and orange energy swirled up in its eyes, and it sat up and looked in your general direction. So, my question to you is, what will you do?
Well,
As
I'm
this...
turning invisible.
Okay. You're all kind of like panicking for a second as this goblin rises from the dead, and you just watch, you turn, and Thrain is no longer there.
It's looking at us.
It's looking in this general direction and starts to like shamble this way. This way.
because I'd like to duck behind a tree and make myself hidden as possible.
All right, go ahead and make stealth checks, please. Those of you who are wanting to hide.
Do I need to make a stealth check with advantage?
Oh no, you're fine. Actually, someone roll a d8 as well.
Oh shit.
I did it last time.
I got you, fam. Edgy dice. Edgy dice. Hey.
Oh no,
Hey,
not even
no,
close.
not at all.
Switched up the order, so we got the orange dice this time around. To those of you on the stream, see that?
Mirith was like raising her hand about to like cast something, and then sees everyone hiding and just hides behind a tree instead.
Okay, you got it.
Like,
16.
Oh shit, we're doing this now. Okay.
Yeah,
Kelson.
I guess I won't
No.
ruin the stealth.
Okay.
plan.
Oh wait, don't I get advantage because I'm in a pack technically?
This is more for like a traveling stealth, not like
Gotcha.
standing still. The goblin's ear kind of perks up for a second, and you see it throw a dagger at a bird in this tree. It does
Oh, I
not
was
seem to
so
have noticed
scared.
you.
I thought it was me, and I was like, oh,
Torment
Ah, shit.
And you
Did
watch.
have the lowest stealth. It made sense.
You watch as it walks up, and over here, this is like a guard tower. It's like elevated about like by game terms 10 feet in the air, and it walks over to the side and grabs a bow and a quiver of arrows, walks up, climbs the ladder, and sits, and is now watching like these two are.
Just gonna give the signal for us to go around back.
Yeah, I want to start moving. Yeah, I guess I'll go with everybody else for right now.
All right, well, move yourselves. You have access to your little tokens there.
I will follow the group.
We're gonna try to go around the back.
Yeah, he made a motion for us to head that way.
Just try to keep very wide berths.
Nix, I need you to make another stealth check with disadvantage as you have went into the lower
A little
brush.
Open and, yeah. Please, please. Not great. Okay.
You are up against goblin perception.
This is
So-
true.
Oh, fell off. First one does not see you,
Okay.
and only two of them, only these two get to make the check. And the other one rolled worse.
All right.
You kind of catch yourself standing outside, like in the open, and then you kind of dart back into the tree line and then keep going.
Whoa. Lightning warning, everyone.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
There's a massive one that just struck nearby.
I think
Calson.
we are in the same area
Hold up.
there, Jonathan.
Calson and a Thrain, I need you to make stealth checks. Calson with disadvantage.
Because that good old fashioned chainmail.
Uh-huh.
What is this?
Double
It's
disadvantage.
the open, and these are bushes. Yeah.
Basically, anything that's not these big trees is the bushes.
Okay.
I am also invisible.
So there's trees.
Your invisibility has worn off, Athrain. Your Furbolg invisibility lasts until the end of your next turn.
Oh, fair.
It did last a good amount of time. It made sure you didn't really need to make the check from where you started to here. You now just became visible. All right, 12
Yep.
and 7. Let's see if these goblins roll like garbage. Also, this map, I figure I should mention, was made by my friend Tom. He's a cool guy, likes to do maps, and gave him some general information about the Goblin encampment and made this dope-ass map. So, if you're watching, Tom,
Awesome.
thanks. Alright, one doesn't see you at the 3.
Okay.
They can't roll above an 8 so far, guys. This is good for you.
Oh,
You jinxed it.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
And 8, and that makes it a 7.
Oh.
So that just beats you out. So Thrain, as you're stepping through, your long white hair kind of blows in the wind to the right, and this goblin gets a glimpse of that, and it kind of just stares off, though it's just hair. So it's gonna make a bolt, a crossbow attack with disadvantage towards you. What's your armor class?
That's a good question. What is my armor class? Not enough.
hmm.
13.
Okay, with an 11, it just goes with and sticks into the tree next to you. But I would like everyone to please roll initiative because they are now alerted.
Cool.
Yay.
Shit.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Good job,
Hey.
Nix.
Ready.
The duality.
Ready.
Oh.
Duality.
Man.
The duality of man.
Okay, so we got 3 tiers of goblins. One of those tiers I'm gonna put on the GM layer so you guys can't see it on the turn order.
Oh, but we know it exists now.
Papa is so
As
mad
players.
at me because I took her bone away.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
I now have 2 bones on my desk.
Every time, Justin, every time you say something, I just imagine those little bird cheeks saying it. Just, uh-oh.
Oh no.
Exactly.
It's so amusing.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, that's right. I gotta get my accent.
It's that fucking bird that just says peekaboo all the time.
Oh yeah, they're really hyping.
Yeah, it's dope. +3. Okay. So, I realized that music has cut out. So we got some combat music coming in. There we go. Combat bongos is what I've titled it.
Combat bongos.
Let's go, combat.
All right. Top of the turn order, Nyx.
Alright.
You're not sure if they've seen you or not, but the goblin here, what you didn't see before was a tiny bell next to him, and his elbow just knocks it, and the bell, bing-ling-ling-ling, and then the
Shit.
one all the way to his right goes, bing-ling-ling-ling, and then you hear a deeper goblin voice. Does anyone speak goblin?
Oh,
No.
I don't think I do, actually.
Nope.
I don't think anybody here speaks Goblin.
Okay, then
Guess I'm
you
almost there.
hear basically just Toryakacha and shit like that. A big and it sounds like a much deeper voice compared to the voices coming from these ones up here. So
Okay.
go forth, Nyx.
Alright, I'm gonna take out my own crossbow. I am going to whisper to Nerith, might want to take out the magic one first, and I will fire a shot at the guy with the glowy eyes.
All right. Go
should
for
be
it.
Shots.
You notch your bolt in release.
Oh, I hit disadvantage.
I don't-
It's still toggled, so
That'll hit.
awesome.
A 20 and 18 will definitely hit this goblin's AC. All right, and the bolt pierces like right through its chin, like right here. And a blow that would normally stagger any living creature, but it does not even flinch as its head just turns towards where the shot was fired. You did do a significant amount of damage to it.
Alright, and then hold on, I gotta look and see.
Do you have your camera on Roll20? Or is it just
No,
on
it's just
stream?
on the stream.
Okay.
I could do both. No, I can't do both actually.
Nope.
Dang.
It can only be sent down one path.
I'm gonna wait then to use my bonus action, but that's
Oh,
my
damn.
action.
Well, you can't hold a bonus action?
I know, and that's more for, I'm not gonna do it yet, is what I'm
Oh.
saying. I'm not gonna
Oh.
hold it. I'm not gonna do the thing yet. And I'm gonna move... Yeah, I'll move 15 feet up with everybody else here.
They might not have known exactly where you were before, but now they are very aware.
Yep.
Is that your turn, Nyx?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Fantastic. Gobbo's turn. You see this one turn, not really reacting, and very, like, unnaturally, the arm kind of, like, snaps and cracks back, pulls the bowstring, and fires a shot at you, Nyx.
Okay.
Oh,
And
shit.
got an
That's really
AC
good.
of 14 AC, so...
21 will beat that, I think.
Yeah, that will.
Oof! Owie!
Your bones just got hit with 6 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I'm
a
good.
bone-hurting.
That is max damage for that goblin.
Oh, that's okay.
As the bolt just sinks
Okay.
into your shoulder. Or the bow, the arrow. Sinks straight into
arrow.
your shoulder. You've taken worse hits, but that also hurt like a bitch. And you begin to hear as a goblin dashes out into the corridor.
Oh fuck.
A second goblin dashes out to the bottom of the ladder. A third dashes to here and sort of jumps up onto these piles of logs and it is like looking out and then spots Nyx because of the blood currently pouring from the wound.
Oh. Doing dirty boss.
And then this one rushes out. But that was their actions.
Whew, okay.
You hear some more orders being barked. But you're not quite sure what else is happening. Athrain, it is your turn.
I'm going to test something.
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
Oh boy, we're testing shit already.
Good.
What's the range on this?
Good.
30 feet.
Good though.
Very good.
I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and make a very harmless auditory noise in this distance of ruffling leaves like feet have been stepped on it.
Ooh. Okay. Make a performance using your wisdom.
Using my wisdom.
Yes.
Okay. So that add 2 more to this, I believe.
All right. Oh shit.
Oh,
That's really good.
shit.
I will make some wisdom saving throws for them. Nope.
Hmm.
Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, nat 20 for this guy up here.
Oh shit.
He is not fooled. He sees the rustling in the leaves and is worried about it for a second, but then realizes there's a live target that he can see over here. The rest of them, though, all their heads go, and they turn towards down here, and they seem
Ooh, even the dead
like
one.
they're going to move that way. Is that your turn, Crow?
Yes, that is my turn.
Fantastic. It is Shoota Boy's turn.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I need to roll
dude,
for this guy,
shoot him, man.
actually.
Shoot, man.
Call of Duty, shoot him, man.
He beats that out. Both of the Shoota Man turn in your general direction.
Oh boy.
They're gonna fire one at Kelson, because you thought you were being stealthy, but once again, your guys' hair and general outfits contrast the forest other than a Thrain and Mirith at the moment.
I like how you had to specify hair because I'm basically wearing leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kelson, you're kind of like ducking down, and you look up, and the goblin just slowly turns towards you and raises its crossbow. Oh shit, that's a 22 to hit.
Oh
Oh
fuck.
my god.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Ow.
Okay.
You take 1 point of damage.
Son of a bitch.
And it
I took it back.
you duck and like
No
it
mod?
scrapes your nose.
They're level 1 goblins, okay?
Crossbows do not
Interesting.
heavy crossbows do not add modifiers.
Interesting.
Oh, heavy, okay.
Yeah, they're giant. Sorry, I should have specified. These are giant ass crossbows in these tiny goblins' hands.
That's hilarious.
The crossbow is almost as big as they are. And the second one is gonna fire at Nyx,
Okay.
because you're out in the open.
Uh-oh.
And 11.
Does not hit.
And the this time you were ready for it, and you just duck out of the way, and the bolt goes into a tree behind you. And that is their turn. Torin,
Hello.
Birdman,
I have dart.
you
I'm gonna
do.
chuck a dart at whoever. This man right here.
Fantastic.
Nice randomization there.
This one.
Just
Yes, a 17 will indeed hit.
this one.
Pew.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You throw the dart, and it goes like, chink, right in its throat. But the dart's really small, so it didn't pierce all the way, and it's just clutching its neck, and it turns towards you, and it raises a bow. It is just barely alive.
I just look at it, ready to tussle.
Do you do the old timey like boxer thing?
Come on, come on.
The fist is circling.
Yeah, but it be dukes.
Turn
All
up.
right, is that your turn?
Yep.
Calson.
All right. Gotta say, it's actually kind of hard to keep that whole like put up the dukes kind of motion, if you're like circling fists.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an awkward thing to
It is weird. It definitely has a uncomfortable sort of momentum to it.
Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, this is where there's a problem. I am a melee character. I don't even have javelins. This.
Hey, look, you could reach this goblin.
Yeah, I could reach that goblin, and then all of them could reach me.
Yeah.
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 Do you have any weapon?
I have a mace.
You can throw it if you really want.
Chuck it.
With
Just go.
disadvantage, I mean.
Ah!
Yeet.
Yeet.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Sick 'em
I could
boys.
have given you a dart. We could say, I use my bonus to give you a dart.
I will allow this.
I
I
have
will-
given him a dart.
that. I will.
You're
go.
Calson, you're like standing there and you're thinking about it, and you're like shit, and you look like you're about to run up and do something, and then Torn just holds up a tiny dart in front of your face.
Just take the dart. And fucking throw it.
I mean, I was gonna go up in melee with you too, but I mean, I guess we're staying long range. Though.
Roll a dexterity with proficiency.
Awesome, and I will hit. I'll hit this guy.
Okay.
Oh, no. I'll take out this guy.
Alright.
This guy is on his way out.
Respect.
It is 1d4 piercing
If he hits.
if he hits.
So,
Wait.
plus 3.
Ooh, you throw the dart and the goblin just just holds up its hand and it gets twing, caught in the bow.
Oh man, it teetered on 18. It was gonna be so sick.
But alas.
Yeah, but
But
alas.
alas.
I will go ahead and I will move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet over here.
All right, you hug the walls
Yeah, just so that way I'm out of fucking crossbow range.
for now.
But I have made an advancement towards the enemy.
All right, Mirith.
She is going to kind of poke her head out from behind a tree and say some kind of like incantation sort, and raise her hand and is going to cast sleep
Oh,
right
shit.
here.
Oh,
Nice.
clever girl.
Do you want the text for it?
Nah, I know what it does.
Okay.
Well, actually, post it for people on stream who might not know what it does.
Okay, I guess that's.
Okay, it does 19, guys, just so you know.
It does in 19.
All right, so
Huh.
normally how sleep works is it goes from the lowest person, like it's a hit point total, and it goes from the lowest HP to the highest, and normally that would spawn to this guy, but he cannot be put to sleep.
Okay.
So it doesn't subtract from your total or anything.
Yeah.
Just but you see this goblin who has a dart in its throat is holding it and then just falls asleep.
Awesome. It's in a 20-foot.
Yeah, it's all of them except for this
Awesome.
guy
Okay.
because he's high up. So that's 18 left, and then this guy goes to sleep, and this guy goes to sleep.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
That's
That does
all.
help us.
Yes. I'm out of spell slots.
Hey.
Level 1.
Yep.
Level 1.
Alrighty.
And I move back a little bit to hide behind the tree,
You
try to
do.
get cover, put my back up against it, and just kind of breathe. Like, oh god, goblins. And that's my turn.
All right. Top of the turn order. Nyx.
Okay. The guy that I hit earlier, do I feel like another plain old shot will do him in, or can I tell that this is gonna need something a little more?
All of your experience fighting goblins. Who knows?
Who knows? Okay.
This one isn't a normal goblin, so hard to make that judgment.
Well, I suppose that's just checks to track then, but okay. Never mind. 20 + 2. You know what? I'll go with the safe route, and I'll knock another bolt to hit Mr. I presume undead.
You could say that.
I presume. I'm
You
making
know-
an
You can see
assumption.
that the goblin with a hole in his chest, but still walking around is undead.
Maybe.
So you shoot
High
him.
chance, but I don't know.
You shoot him through the head, and his head snaps back, and then you hear the neck snap back into place, and his head re-centers. As what
okay.
was a lethal blow did not quite
okay,
finish him
that's what
off.
Oh.
7 hit points. Not a ton I can do as my bonus action, but I will. Yeah, I can make it. I'm gonna head up by Kelson there.
You do.
I don't.
This ought to funnel him one in it.
So much fun.
I said this'll funnel them.
Hi.
On my turn.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Well done. All right, so
that was hilarious.
we got a bunch of goblins here, not a lot that are awake. So this boy knocks his arrow normally a goblin would go after the person who heard it, but this boy's a little different. And he's gonna shoot the bird.
They
Is he
can
sh-
try to wake up.
Shot a
Yeah,
bird
they're-
before. They don't know about Booyog.
Yeah.
They don't know about magic. One of them might, but
I'm just letting you know.
they're not here. Yeah,
That's
I assumed it was something
function.
like that. Does a 7 hit you?
No.
Ah, dang. It was close though, right?
Gosh darn it.
So this goblin that was going to climb up is just gonna move up here, and you see this little hatchet that's in this log. It grabs the hatchet, and as he does, the pink energy that's been sort of spattered all over this colony surges through the hatchet, and he just hucks it at a Thrain.
Oh shit.
Fuck. That's a 5.
That
I
was
love it when the DM
cool.
just goes, ah, shit.
God damn it.
It was gonna be cool, until it wasn't.
There was no anime moments here.
No, and Thrain, the hatchet buries itself deep into the tree next to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
yeah, like a D10 ish deep.
Ah, yikes.
A turn you're finally gonna be able to see as coming out of the gates. I will describe to you exactly what you see. You see a 5-foot tall goblin. That's a big ass goblin
That's a pretty big guy.
who has
Big,
nothing.
thick.
Who has nothing but a small red loincloth, and it seems to be dripping the same crimson that it's dyed. And you see large golden earrings that have symbols etched into them of a goblin smacking a wolf, and has a much darker green color than the rest of his ilk. And there he is. And you hear it start barking some orders, and it sees a bunch of its men sleeping. And more shouting in Goblin, and he is going to just walk up and smack the Goblin awake.
That is fair.
And the Goblin goes, and then he just points in Mirith's general direction.
Oh no.
That is his turn. A Thrain.
Well, seems I have been found out.
A little bit.
Just a teeny tiny bit.
I point back to my bird companion, point to the axe, and go, remind me about this. I'm going to have to fix that.
Okay.
Just looks very scared. Just a bird
Wonderful
with almost
interaction.
his head cut off.
We're doing really good with the RP tonight, boys.
That interaction over there, then this one.
We're just like,
Oh fuck!
we're still like all not on the same way.
So which goblin are you torching?
Who's dying?
Oh,
Who's dying tonight?
yeah. So
Who
this
is gonna die tonight?
so this goblin is sleeping, very much reminiscent to like cartoons, how they go to sleep, and then just the smallest flicker of flame shoots out of a Thrain's hand, hits his foot, and then just he is consumed in flame and dead. Well done. He had 1 HP, so you couldn't not kill him.
Just for TP.
Fair.
For damage.
He had -3 hit points.
Just give a thumbs up from Kelsey.
You don't really see what happened, Kelson. You just see the flame flick out, and you hear, like, the sound of something catching on fire and a light scream.
And a very
Faint
deep sigh.
whisper of a scream.
A very deep sigh as you see, I move up here.
Hey, still a thumbs up worthy.
All right. Shoot a boy's turn.
Yay! I'm the only target.
Some words in Goblin were said. And you heard the word booyah a couple times in that sentence. And
Booyah.
Mirith. They both fire at you.
Do I have like half cover or something because of the tree?
Yes, you do.
Cool.
So what does that make your AC?
17
Fantastic.
is half
Ooh.
cover. I think is +2.
That's a 20 to hit though. Not natural. Bastard 20.
Okay.
And another bastard 20.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Dead wizard. Ah, not if I roll 3 damage.
Okay.
As 2 bolts sink into your shoulder. Like both of them in the same shoulder. Yeah, 3 damage from both.
Jeez.
Like I said, these guys don't get modifiers to their damage.
Okay.
They can do big damage. They just haven't rolled well, and it makes me sad.
Yeah.
Not really.
It's just
I like you.
Ow.
Aw.
Grabs her arm and hides behind the tree more.
You like turn. You turn as there's like 2 heavy crossbow bolts in like the same shoulder.
Ah. Oh no.
Torin.
Oh,
There's a
Fuck 'em up,
man.
Bard.
There's a man in punching distance.
that's a man in punching distance.
It's a man who punched.
Pew!
Oh fuck!
Oh, shit.
Pew! Pew!
Whoa! Hold on to your second one.
Okay.
Your first one, you just cave his skull in with your fist.
Oh, cool.
Bird fist.
The bird fist technique. It's legendary.
Big issue, big if true. I don't know if I'm about
Yep.
that life of running in here.
Oh, fair. I
shit, here we
will.
go.
Yeah. So your second attack is just null.
Cool. So I still have a bonus action.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You can just run away if you want. Just run up, punch a guy in the face, slowly pull your fist out of his head.
I would recommend getting a crossbow
Just-
range, but that's just me.
Nah, dude, nah, just go in. Just go in. I'll be right behind you.
No.
Yeah, fuck, if you two go in, I'll go in.
I'll move right here.
Aw.
Thank
That's
you.
still in the next turn. That's still punching range.
That's still punching.
But it's
You're
also
body blocking the wizard.
I am literally body blocking the wizard.
Which
you.
is 2.5 feet of body blocking.
Listen,
This is
Calvin.
much
it ain't
appreciated.
much, but if I get on top of the tree, that's full cover.
Wait a minute. I got a question to ask real quick. Which one of you is the stand?
Sandoga.
Justin would be the stand because he's in front.
It's fair.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, Calson, it's your turn.
How high up is this?
My
tower?
bird stand.
It's not very high. A goblin was able to easily jump on top of it. Oh
Nice.
yeah, just for reference, you did just see your little cute bird friend punch a goblin through the face. So
Yeah.
Nice.
do with that what
Well,
you will.
not to be outdone, I'm going to do something that is going to be extremely stupid.
Not to be.
Aren't you
I'm
gonna do
so
something
excited.
More stupid.
Aren't you supposed to be the smart
I recommend
one?
punching the one that can't fight back.
Well, I wanted to see if I could just get rid of the one that just went away. Just keep him from having another turn.
I mean, can you do 7 damage?
Yeah.
Honestly, just as long as we keep reducing turns, keep the turn order in our favor.
Yep. That's why I did sleep.
So I'm gonna run over here, up onto the wood. The guy's still prone, right? He hasn't gotten up yet?
This guy?
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
No, he was hoisted up by his commander.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still gonna hit him. I'm still gonna hit him with the shocking grass.
Hell yeah, fuck him up. Oh god.
Just like as he turns around, he just sees this hand going right to him, right for his face. just some FMA
Perfectly
scar
cut
level shit.
scream from a goblin.
Hell yeah.
I love goblins.
Let's just hope I don't fucking miss because I'm gonna feel real bad if I do.
Does he
That's
have
fine, I'll
any
be right up
metal
there with
on
you.
him?
No, they do not wear metal. Oh my god!
Jesus Christ.
So
It
that's
was gonna be a 2 for a second there.
same here. So that's the opposite of missing.
Yeah, that's the exact opposite. So, here's the damage.
And you kill him. How? Describe to me how your gauntlet murders this man.
So, basically, it is arcanically charged, and I just sort of run up and very like FMA Scar style, just grip this goblin's skull and just send the energy straight into his brain,
Ugh.
and out the back of his skull.
Yikes. Alright. Yeah, that goblin is toast. He's very dead. And as you do that, you watch as this goblin's eyes sort of like start to swirl with that energy, and you see in the hand of this goblin chieftain the orb that is described to you by the man.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you just got close enough now to see it, so there you go.
Me sees.
Alright.
Well, the only person that was actually threatening me with an opportunity attack is now dead, so I'm just gonna step off over here.
Alright.
Just like him hugging
The
the
guy
wall.
jumps off the wall and decks you with a crossbow.
Alright, as you attempt to move out of the way, the goblin chieftain pulls from his back a spear and makes an attack of opportunity.
But he didn't have it drawn.
What are you gonna do? Stab me? Man, who got stabbed?
John, it's a 11 to hit. I think you're fine.
Yeah.
He
16.
he has a very high to hit with this, but none doing.
That's not what you like to hear.
Nah.
Well, it's high in comparison to his, underlings.
That's true.
All right, and you successfully move away and do not get stabbed. Mirith, you got shot. Twice.
She's kind of like holding her arm and just like, ow, ow, ow. And then she like kind of takes a deep breath and growls to herself and then kind of like turns like to the other side of the tree, pokes her head and arm out, and flame shoots out of her hands for this
Oh,
one.
no.
Actually, he's the one who shot her, right?
Yeah, the shooterman.
Yeah, she's gonna shoot him with fire.
Oh no.
Revenge.
Vengeance. Yeah, fuck him up. Aw.
Unfortunate. I miss, I'm guessing.
Man, you were too off of hitting them because these guys don't have the armor on that normal goblins do.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hmm?
The
Those big
archers do at
crossbows.
least. Yeah. They,
Whoa.
they can exactly wear their normal armor with these giant ass fucking crossbows in their arm.
Yeah. She misses and kind of just curses to herself and like hides behind the tree again.
Absolutely feral.
Alright. Yeah, you duck back. Next.
She's like torn between growling and crying.
It's
She
both.
holds her.
It's a mix of
Yeah.
emotions, man.
Pretty much.
Alright, so I'm gonna head. I probably should go help. Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head up here. How the heck do I move along the path then?
You're good. Just
Oh, okay.
you
well,
got it.
Alright. Cool. So I'm gonna head up here. I will. Is it to give yourself a potion still a bonus action?
Bronish.
Shut up.
A bonus action.
Yes.
Bonus action. Well, bro.
Hell yeah! Let's flex.
Is it? Damn, please.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do that. 1d4 plus 2.
Oh yeah, this is a baby potion.
Did we get potions?
I got 1.
She did.
Okay, we only got one. Gotcha.
Okay, 4. That's better
Hey.
than I
Okay, you got burned, so we were like,
I-
let's give you the potion.
Let's give me the potion, because I got my fucking face kicked in. And I will draw my short sword and stab the sleeping goblin.
You have advantage, and if you hit its crit,
Cool.
because it is sleeping. Fucking ace, Jason.
Are you fucking serious?
That does not hit.
12 doesn't hit. I thought you just said the 12 was their AC.
These guys.
Crossbows, not the armored ones.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
We got tiers of minions up in here,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah, we do.
Combat
Oh my God.
design.
Shit.
This is some next level D&D.
So
Fuck.
so you go and you drink the healing potion. You pull out your sword and you go to stab, and the goblin yawns and turns as you're like in the process of stabbing, and it just goes doing right into the ground next to him.
You didn't cut it!
You kidding?
The
That's the most committed my turn has been.
the
You missed. You didn't commit to the stab.
you did not.
Should have
commit.
stabbed before the potion.
Round.
You should have went for the head.
All that for a drop of blood.
Wait, is this goblin gonna have Ultra Instinct? Oh, no.
Oh no. Oh no. Come on, man.
All right, so normal Gobbo's turn, and there's one left. Seeing Nyx run up, the guy who shot him, he jumps down from this and is gonna plunging attack you from 10 feet up.
How high up is that tower?
10 feet.
10
Oh,
feet.
God.
That is a. Oh, what's that to hit? I don't have actual goblin stats. Oh God, what is wrong with me?
It's a +7 to hit.
I have so much.
Shut the fuck up.
I have so much
think it's,
homebrew
like,
up
+5.
right now. I have a lot of like home brewery stuff up right now, so I'm like.
Yeah. No, it makes
Oh, it's a
sense.
+4 to hit. Okay.
Okay.
That's better than
Justin,
the
shut the
crossbow
fuck up.
guys. We got a 16 to hit you.
That does hit.
Oh,
14.
baby. And you're gonna take half of the falling damage that he took when he dropped to the ground.
Well, I'm glad I healed.
Ooh, solid 4 points of piercing damage from the fall.
Okay,
What a
cool.
great
Literally what I
potion.
healed.
And then you take 1 falling damage, as he also takes 1 falling damage.
Okay, cool.
Does Undead Fortitude
help.
save him?
Please tell me this fucker.
Ah, it doesn't!
Fucking this bitch killed himself.
With a nat 1.
What an absolute unit.
What a badass.
What a god.
You watch as he does that, and the guy, the chieftain with the orb just goes, just like scratches his head like, idiots.
Yeah. Even in death.
To be
Even
fair,
in death, you're a dumbass.
What a dedicated man.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's fucking dedication right there.
yeah. And I mean, to be fair, you took a goblin who was already not the brightest in the bunch, and then made him undead.
Who made him think he was immortal? Like,
All right, it's the chieftain's turn. It
Oh. Uh-oh.
stomps up, and it stands in front of you, shorter than you, Towson, granted, but still pretty imposing for a goblin. And it has like and it's got like some thick ass muscles. And it says in common to you all. Today, Tarok will end you, for I am blessed amongst all other goblins. And another goblin phrase is shouted, and he's going to use his Chieftain's Rally ability.
Okay.
shut the fuck up, Torin.
Okay, cool. So this goblin wakes up, and because of the Chieftain's Rally, he gets to make an attack roll against Nyx.
Oh, good.
Yikes at the yard.
10.
Doesn't it?
Uh,
I used the dead goblin body on top of me.
and this goblin also gets to make an attack roll, and it's going to bring, shoot at Calson. 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Hits next to you.
The 16 would have hit.
And Calson,
Mhm.
as you're standing there, the orb starts to swirl and shake. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh shit, I'm really bad at this.
Oh no.
Guys, I'm really bad at this.
Oh no.
Not 20.
Oh,
That's
wow.
enough. That is way.
Not bad, not
That is
bad.
more than enough.
Oh,
As
God.
you feel a presence sort of like sink into your head, but you resist it.
Wait. Oh no, this happened to yeah, Crow last time, not Calvin.
No, it was Torin.
Oh no, it was Torin.
Yeah,
You're right.
it was
you're right.
me.
I'll have you know that that was a wisdom saving throw, not a charisma one. A Thrain.
It was a throw.
Oh,
This
yeah,
goblin's
right.
about to throw you.
I'm
Got him.
going to move over to here and peek around the corner and survey the area. Who looks the most hurt?
Uh,
I'm at 6. I've passed half, so
Yes.
How much health do you have?
13.
Oh, Jesus.
That's good though.
Yeah,
That's more health than I have.
I need
I'm
it.
I'm at 5 out of 8, but prioritize the front line.
I am full health.
Especially because I'm about to.
I
take
don't know.
damage
Were
again,
you?
so-
Yep.
Okay, he was talking about healing word. Okay. Oh shit! Hey.
Whew, all
That's
right.
really good.
That makes my next thing I want to do possible.
A Thrain speaks some words in a language no one understands, and your wounds begin to close.
Thank you.
And that's a bonus action, correct?
See?
And since it's a bonus action, I can use a cantrip.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Now you're thinking with
Spell
portals.
slots.
With spell slots, yeah.
Who's this to?
That guy.
Yeah, that hits.
This poor man.
Ah, he's dead.
This poor man.
He goes,
through it,
swings at Nyx.
carrying.
You heal him, and you just flick your wrist, and another goblin is consumed by your druidic fire. Jesus Christ, Crow! The druid has the highest kill count. What the fuck?
This is
Druid is
three
worse
child.
currently.
3 kills now.
3 kills and
Oh,
healing everybody.
Everyone, keep track of the kills they have. I want this to be a stat we
Yeah.
can look up later.
Alright. I think I have like one.
Yeah, you just killed one. All right. Anyways, is that your
I
turn or
killed
Thrain?
one via suicide.
No, that doesn't count.
It killed itself on top of me.
That's his kill count.
I don't think I've killed anyone yet. Which kind of surprises me.
Thrain, that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, shoot 'em, boys.
Uh-oh.
Good boy.
Yeah. One to Calson, one to Nyx. 'Cause you're closest to their chieftain. 6. Ooh, 20 though on Nyx.
Of
Okay.
course. Damn
Why?
it.
I'm waiting
Well,
for
I
the
can
8
take
damage.
it. Of anybody in the party, I can take it.
I'm waiting for them to do like 8 damage.
5
on Nyx's, like,
points of piercing damage.
That's-
As the giant
the
bolt
healing
finally
was
hits
reduced
in.
to 1. Literally, the healing was reduced to 1.
God damn it.
Torin,
We're fine.
it's your
Still
turn.
got a positive
Oh,
effect.
actually, you guys lose sight of this goblin.
Which
What?
one?
Oh shit.
This one over here.
That's not good.
Alright, I'm just gonna go punch a chieftain.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Punch the chief. He's a man in punching range.
He is in punching range.
Pow and pow.
All right, you get one good solid wallop, but the second one you can't seem to even bruise his hide. Ooh, nice.
Big punch. That's max damage.
Whack! Where do you punch him?
I punch him right in the gut.
In the gut. Yeah, the anime thing where it goes.
It's in
Alright.
slow mo, and you can see like the waves.
Yeah.
Anime as hell.
Calson, it's your turn.
Alright,
This
so-
fucker tried to mind control you.
Yeah. Fuck this guy. I'm gonna try and grab his fucking face in like I do with his buddy.
Oh no.
Oh man.
I saw it
I
roll
was
on the
waiting for the
line.
now
Yeah,
one.
it was-
I
it
was
was-
waiting.
Okay, so he is going to use his reaction to parry. So you go to do that, and he brings up the spear and just pins he hooks it on the inside of your gauntlet and pins your hand to the ground.
Fair.
Is that your turn?
I have a feeling this happened last time I did this.
It was a similar thing that happened, but
The motherfucker with the shillelagh.
Yeah.
okay. His is more impressive because his spear isn't magic. That club was fucking magic.
Yeah, that club was fucking
That had some weird voodoo in it.
Oh, it fucking
Just get
did.
pinned to the ground again. Like, this keeps fucking happening.
What the fuck? It's like the DM can't come up with a more original way for it to be blocked.
Hey, come on, give yourself some credit.
Mirith. There's only so many ways you can block a gauntlet, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm waiting
It
for
is
the.
only a parry.
I'm waiting for something shorter than him, like the goblin, just going. All right, you go to grab for its face. It kicks you in the dick.
This
You
goblin
miss.
isn't that short though, so.
Okay, Mirith kind of growls again as she rips out one of the bolts and throws it onto the ground, turns around the tree, and shoots another blast of fire.
All right,
And,
big money.
This one, seeing her new companions and combat with it.
Could you
23.
ping? Could you ping that again?
The big one.
Okay, the big guy.
He's
All right,
here.
you shoot the firebolt, and as you do, it goes to impact the goblin's face, and the bolt gets sucked into the orb, and you hear a sound.
You give it strength.
Okay, not gonna use magic against that one.
And the orb dulls a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's
that
alright then.
happens.
That's my turn.
All right,
I
Nyx.
go behind the tree again.
You dear.
Okay, I realize I don't take as much damage doing this as I thought I did. So,
It's literally one.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that. I thought I had to roll a hit dice. That's a different thing that I'm thinking of.
That's why
You're
you
thinking of
read.
your blood
I did
curse.
just read it. I did just read it, so we're good. Let's see, which right did I take though?
Oh god.
Forget.
Dear God.
Give him the old.
Which one did I
Fire,
take?
lightning, colts. I think are your
Just-
options.
I think
Just for
I
y'all in
took
Twitch chat.
fire.
Just wait until we
Okay.
level up. Just wait. It's gonna be.
Give him the old dick twist. Oh, I love that. Thank you,
Fuck.
Thank you, Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Nyx will
Your boy.
take the short sword and take it behind her coat and cut across her abdomen that is exposed. As the
Yeah.
blood pours out, it imbues a magic energy of fire on the short sword, and I'm gonna take a stab.
Oh damn. Go forth.
Why did I do? Why do I still have disadvantage on? Or
Well,
no,
that would be
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah. whoops.
The 8. You go, and as he has the gauntlet pinned to the ground, he spins around, and just his giant hand, compared to yours, clasps on the wrist that the short sword holds, and you can't quite move forward.
All right.
Motherfucker.
All right, well, these guys aren't alive, so they're out of the turn order. The chieftain's turn.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. So he's now surrounded. Okay. You watch as he grips the orb and just shouts, "Away!" And the orb pulses and a thunderous energy goes out from him, and he's gonna cast Thunder Wave.
No.
So I need Calcin, Torin. Ooh, you're one square off. And Nyx to all make Constitution saving throws.
Uh-oh. Here we
Does
go.
the other goblin also get affected?
He's 20 feet in the air.
Damn.
Ooh, you
Okay.
succeed.
Yeet.
All right, everyone but Torin succeeds.
Oh, but
Oh,
Go
wait a
ahead,
second.
go
Let me double check the saving throw real quick.
Pretty sure it's gone.
Yeah,
Should be con.
That is.
Dang.
that is definitely enough to beat it. All of you beat it.
Oh shit.
Oh, we did? Oh,
Um,
sweet.
trying to think of. You all take 5 points of thunder damage and are not knocked back.
I'm knocked back, aren't I?
No, you succeeded. It's a DC 12.
Oh, 5 points. Half my health. Wow.
Same.
All right, and
That's a pretty
We're sitting at a pretty one.
great.
Pretty one hit point. I'm barely
Yeah.
up.
ooh, actually, He casted a spell. What's the damage of a firebolt?
1d10.
Oh no.
And as the thunder wave goes off, second wave of fire goes and rushes out.
Shit.
Ah, shit.
And you take
I'm down.
an additional 2 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
He's not rolling well either. It's just through level 1, so it's...
Damn it.
Oh, no, I was curious what the damage, like, I wanted to know for myself. It's a d6 of elemental damage.
Okay.
It's like an absorb elements.
Yeah.
Kind of
I
thing.
meant like the thunder wave is 2d8 and it rolled 5, and then that.
No, it rolled,
I thought that was...
it rolled 10 damage, but they halved it.
Oh, yeah, they
to
have
5.
it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, that's his turn. A Thrain. Nyx is unconscious as
Yup.
the fire washes over her.
Which means my right is done.
I don't know if it is.
It is when I fall unconscious,
Oh,
so the
okay,
weapon
okay.
falls from my hand.
Gotcha. Yada yada does it. Twist that dick.
Testicular
Oh,
chunks.
Jesus.
Oh.
What?
The Twitch chat.
Oh.
That's what we call in Texas the atomic wedgie.
Holy shit. You are
Oh, awesome.
you are given the good boop. And you are awake with 11 hit points.
Amazing.
And I am out of spell slots.
Hey.
Alrighty.
That
Goblin's
was to
turn.
me, yeah,
Yeah, that was to you,
yeah,
Nyx.
okay. Sorry,
That
I
was
was
to
trying
me.
to read something else.
Walked over, just touched.
Oh, watched over. Nah.
Nah.
Calson, you've been dodging these bolts, but can you do it again? Ooh. 14?
Nope.
John?
John.
Hello?
Hello?
Can John not hear us?
Typing. I would
Oh, I
assume
don't think he
14
can
doesn't
say
hit.
anything.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay.
Yikes.
Unfortunate.
That was,
He has 16 AC.
yeah, for people in chat who can't see our group chat, John had a minor power flicker. Okay, so that misses you. And from the top of the wall, none of your passive perceptions were high enough, and he gets advantage on this attack roll, a Thrain, towards you. Ooh, I think that just barely hits with a 16.
You think I have a high AC?
I don't know. I just assume everyone does.
No.
Okay. Ooh, you take 6 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as the bolt sinks into you. Torin.
Hello.
Oh wait, no, it still would be active. I thought it was when I was unconscious. My right's still
Dual
active.
punch towards Big Boy.
Miss. Yeah, that just hits. The second one as well.
Jesus.
No, like, if it was 18, he could parry it, but
Oh, that's
19
right.
would beat it. His AC becomes 19 when he parries, so. So 7 bludgeoning. Got him.
So,
Roll second damage.
no, the first one was a 14.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what it
my
is?
bad. No, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
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 Alrighty. That's Torin's turn. Calson. Oh, if John's alive. John is not alive. Uh-oh.
Is he? Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't want to pilot his character sheet. So, we're going to move on to Mirith's turn and see if he gets back. Mirith.
Pew.
Pew, them a little bit of fire.
Yuck. I'm gonna shoot the crossbow
Alright.
goblin. Oh,
Oh.
never mind. That's my turn.
Whizzes right past him.
Level 1 wizard, man.
Yep. I hate
Level
having to
one,
use
level
I'm
these.
awake.
one.
My
Wait,
right
cover.
is still active because I forgot that's a different thing that fucking.
Yup.
I keep mixing things up with
You
my
still
rights.
have a
Okay.
fire sword.
I still have a fire sword.
The orb
Yeah.
absorbs your sword. Get fucked.
Are you fucking serious?
No, I'm
man?
kidding.
You lose a sword. It eats
It
everything.
really eats my sword. I'm gonna try stabbing again because I really want to stab him. That would be why. And
Alrighty.
that want does get me where I want.
All right. You feel your fire damage doesn't do as much as you'd like.
Okay, but it still goes through.
Yeah.
I still roll it. Okay.
Mm. It doesn't eat your sword,
Okay, cool.
though. That does sound cool. Has John
Flames
returned?
bounce off slightly.
Yeah. His the orb seemingly like this small arcane shimmer seemingly protects him.
Alrighty.
I have upset puppies.
I have upset cats right now too, so like I get it.
Oh,
I'm just upset.
I clicked your short sword.
That's my short sword.
Rip.
I do 8
Whoa.
instead of 3.
You kill the chief. Got him.
Oh, nice.
Oof.
No, I'm
One
kidding.
Tanya.
mega kill to me.
Mega
no,
kill.
nothing I can really do with my bonus action at this point, so yeah.
I guess we wait for Jonathan.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna make sure the cats aren't killing each other real quick.
yeah, that's a good idea.
So I'll be back then.
There's
Oh,
John.
never mind.
Hey.
The cats are just gonna.
Well, I
have to
mean,
kill each other in
you
their own time.
can still take a break.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Like
then,
you can
guys.
still go. Just John's here now.
I have returned.
Welcome back, John. It's your turn, buddy boy.
Awesome.
Fuck him up.
Kill it.
Let's get back in the game here real fast. Sorry about that.
Hey, it's all
Cool.
good, man.
Storm decided to be a dick.
As it do.
Alright, so. Is the guy still next to me?
Oh yeah, he's still standing. He's still standing. He's looking rough though. I'm not gonna lie, that smiley face still is like eerily creepy.
Oh, sorry.
I just mentioned it after like 2 years of seeing it.
Which one? The one in Twitch chat?
No,
Oh.
the John's profile picture. It's just like a red and black smiley face.
Yeah, that's the idea. That was the idea.
Always unsettles me. Anyways.
It is a little unsettling, yeah.
Good. So, she has right
That is right.
there. Yeah, I'll try to. He's looking rough. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try a shocking grasp again.
All right. You reach out and go, "Oh my wa."
19.
Ah, that hits. He attempts to parry, but this time the shock is too much, and he retracts his hand as the electricity starts up, and you successfully grab him.
Damage. Hiya!
Oh shit, that's a lot.
That's max.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
How about we do some more?
Alrighty.
Oh, Phil Swift.
Ooh,
God amongst men.
his turn. He's going to use his bonus action. Ooh.
No, just
To disengage.
That's an action. Unless
Nimble escape
it's
as a goblin. And he stands right in front of you, Nyx. And as he does, he chants, "Burn, burn, burn!" And he casts Burning Hands, and it hits all of you.
Oh shit, that's a
Roll deck
big
saves.
spell.
Ah,
Oh god.
As
God
the
damn
wizard's
it.
Yeah.
signing off,
That
going,
just-
That looks great.
That just
guys."
succeeds, Torin.
yes! Even
The
then-
wizard's just like, that's gonna really hurt. And
Every-
she sees it like winding up.
Everyone,
I know that spell.
everyone but a Thrain makes it.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
I'm at 3 health and
I'm
I got
at
a
2.
feeling I'm down.
14 points of fire damage
Have
Halved
seven
to
for those
7.
who made.
to those
Yep,
who
I'm
made it.
down.
God, okay, I'm alive.
And the bird is now crispy and on the
Oh
ground.
no!
Oh, this isn't good.
Not the
I,
crazy bird.
I am unconscious.
Oh.
Ooh.
Conscious.
Shit, am I the only one
I'm
still?
dying.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh
shit.
no!
Oh,
I,
that's
yeah,
not
I am
good.
unconscious and dying.
Oh no.
Oh, I like the tilt.
Oh no.
Yeah, the tilt.
The tilt.
Wow.
The tilt of shit.
Huh. Well,
Ah.
a Thrain.
Death save.
We don't have any way to heal you guys.
Was she already unconscious?
No.
Okay.
All right, success.
Yeah, burning hands hurts.
All right. Goblins are gonna shoot
Uh-oh.
Nyx. With a 5. And then with an 11.
Okay. Shit.
Torin, death saving throw.
Oh,
Success.
Just make it.
Calcin, death saving throw.
Please, please, please.
Failure. Mirith.
Oh no. Help.
How low does the leader guy look?
Oh, super. Super
Hit the
duper.
crossbowman
Mm,
because your magic can't do the thing.
You don't know that.
The orb looked weaker after the last time I hit it. It might
is true.
rebound. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna try to go for him.
Okay.
Because if you somehow miss him, like, he will go
So,
after
Rose, I would like you to make a spellcasting ability check.
you. Okay. 14?
And he's going to make his spellcasting
Fairly
ability
average.
check.
Okay.
Ooh. He doesn't have high charisma, so that does not beat yours. As he attempts to push the orb past its limits, and you automatically hit with your firebolt.
Awesome.
Damn.
Ooh.
Roll your damage. Oh,
Come on.
how do you want to? Oh, just kidding.
Oh, I was
He's
gonna
got 1
say.
HP.
God damn it. I should have fucking thrown a dagger instead.
It's okay. Nyx,
Fuck magic.
it's your turn.
Okay. I got a stab, and I'm doing the fiery stab. Now
Do
I
it.
can do a different kind of stab.
Do
Right
it.
now.
Do it now.
Should have just done that. Oh.
Please.
Oh, thank God. Wait, no.
He
There you
doesn't-
go.
Oh shit!
He
no.
doesn't have his reaction because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
'cause
reaction
he
to
tried.
try to
Okay.
absorb a spell. So yeah, how do you kill the chieftain?
I am going
Awesome.
to. I'm gonna kind of get. Well, he's slightly taller than me. I'm gonna try and keep myself low, and I kind of wait for him to open up with the parry, and I kind of get underneath and stab up the chest, like up the ribs.
Mhm.
Like I go underneath and stab up, and then pull out.
All right, you duck underneath his spear, which he has been very adept at using. Carve up his chest underneath his rib cage, hit his heart, and he just coughs up blood, and the life fades from his eyes. And that magical aura that was about him also fades as the orb rolls out of his hand, and he falls on his back.
I'm gonna grab it since I still have a bonus action to do that.
You attempt.
Or not.
You can do that as your action on your next turn.
Oh, okay then. Sure.
Because you look at the item and then you go, maybe I shouldn't just grab that willy-nilly.
Oh, okay, sure.
So the chieftain rises back. No, I'm kidding. He's dead. He's very dead. A Thrain, death saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Failure.
Uh-oh.
And Shootamans, seeing their boss down, you
Oh,
just
I
hear,
roar
you just hear, "Ah!" And then they both disappear. Step down, so that takes 10 feet of their movement. Action. Gash. You can see this, but your characters can't. He lands on the other
The
side
arrow.
of the fort. The boys land on the other side of the fort.
The boys.
Me and the boys.
Escaping.
Casually fleeing
It's
for
just-
our lives
it's
when
just
our
four
boss is
of-
dead.
4 of our characters died. Me and the boys waiting death saving throws. All of them with their eyes closed.
Torin. Death saving throw, please. Ooh. Failure.
Come on.
Calcin.
You'll have to start making
s-
serious medicine saves, my friend, or some medicine checks.
Am I proficient? It's a question. The answer.
Come on!
Failure.
swear to God.
Jesus.
I swear to God, if I lose my bird
Mirith.
right now,
If I lose my fucking artificer, I'm gonna scream.
Uh,
I'm just gonna read.
I
DM suggestion. Go from top to bottom.
gonna run over and oh, BRB.
Oh, the suspense.
Come
God
on,
help
you
me.
motherfucker! Yeah, the druid doesn't have any.
None. Doesn't have any spell slots either. So even if we get through it up,
Yeah.
which we can't even get him up, we can
Yeah,
just
we can-
stabilize
yeah.
you guys.
Okay,
That's all we got.
hey,
Neareth runs over and I'll try to do like medicine or something to try to stabilize Kelson.
You said you didn't take alchemy as your extracurricular. This would have helped.
Yeah,
Roll a
still
medicine check.
try. Yeah. Nope.
Not a high DC. You succeed.
Okay.
It's very easy to see where the big wound is coming from, and you just put pressure there, but you're not going to be able to help anyone else until proper medical attention comes to him. So you're basically going to be sitting there, quote unquote, concentrating on like holding his wound shut.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of a
Using
thing.
some cloth or something. Just
Yeah.
trying to
Nyx.
hold it down.
Yeah, I am gonna. I see Mirith do the same thing, and I will try. I'll take.
Are you trained?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But
Oh, God.
No, I'm just asking because if someone's trained in medicine, I would give them advantage.
Yeah, no, I'm not trained in medicine, but I know a thing or two about where wounds come from.
No, yeah, totally. You've had many of them.
I've
Fun
had many.
fact, I am actually proficient in medicine.
Hey,
Of course
Isn't that
you
great?
are. I'm gonna try and stabilize the bird.
do it.
So am I proficient in medicine?
Wow, that's a lot of medicine proficiency.
Yeah.
Torin, you are stable.
Okay.
hell yeah.
A Thrain. Death saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh,
Oh.
okay. Goblins. They shoot you. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god.
They are off the map,
Mhm.
and they are running for their fucking lives. They will live to see another day. And so will Torin, because he's stable, as is Calcin. Mirith, you're concentrating on keeping him stable. Nyx.
All right, I'm gonna try and get a Thrain up and give what little advice I know to Mirith about like just keep pressure where you're at. I'll be there in a sec.
All right, you can definitely go to stabilize a Thrain.
gonna
Mirith
try.
probably isn't. She's probably panicking a little bit.
Definitely.
So go
Yeah,
ahead.
Offer what advice I can, which is not a ton. Oh no.
All right. Crow will succeed a saving throw at that, and he is stable.
Oh thank God. Okay.
All right. That's the end of combat.
And then I turn to Mirith and I'm like, you're doing great, honey. Just okay. And I'll take off my coat and try and make some kind of bandage or suture where she's holding.
Yep,
Okay.
roll a medicine check with
She's
advantage.
bleeding like a fair bit from her own like arm too.
Oh no, I'm at
She's
4 health. I'm also bleeding, but you know.
yeah. It's a rough spot.
Cal- Calcin
I take
is-
the coat off and you realize that I actually have just a little, what is it called? It's a little sweetheart top that's just like a bralette essentially is what she's wearing, so all of her back and shoulders are exposed and you see scars and tattoos all over.
Okay. Interesting. Scars? Anything like?
It's just cuts
Noteworthy?
similar to what you probably would have seen her as she drew the sword across.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing like
Nah,
out of the
nothing.
ordinary besides that.
What are her tattoos?
Let's see. You see a name on her inner left arm. The name is Iris. You see on her back there is a crowd of arms raised with it's just a crowd of arms raised. What was the other one? And then along and up her left side are sets of gears climbing their way up.
Okay.
And yeah, that would be about it for tattoos.
What was the middle one? Coat of arms.
It's a crowd of arms raising up, some closed fists
Oh, okay.
open,
Okay.
and then several cuts along, favoring her sides, along her abdomen and her neck, back of it.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Did the 5 check stabilize?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
a 3 is
stabilized the
stable.
thing. Alright. And
So how long till they wake up?
you can just shake them awake very gently.
Okay.
They will be conscious.
I'll do little slaps across the cheeks then to.
One by one, you guys are woken up.
As the bird does flips to get up.
Basically, Torin instinctively, as he wakes up, just
Just stands in like a kung fu pose. Where is it?
I sit there and hold my head and look around and go, what was I supposed to do?
You did well actually. I think we're good where we're at. I think we can just sit for a minute.
One moment.
Seems to have come up here, so I think we're good.
Would I have my sense magic back?
yes.
I will cast sense magic on the area.
Detents magic. You sense faint magical aura coming from Rose as just her latent natural abilities. Now that the gauntlet has been revved up and used, there is a small, I guess, evocation aura or conjuration coming from the gauntlet. And the orb is glowing like a beacon.
Mireth is taking
With,
like a few steps towards the orb.
With enchantment magic.
Hold on.
Is the hatchet still there and magical?
I was gonna kick the orb into a bag.
It was.
Hold
But
on,
then
I've
the
got
magic was
tongs.
expended.
Here, use the tongs. Don't touch it.
Mireth is just looking at the orb, trying to see if she can discern anything, just by looking before trying to touch it or anything.
to benefit that chieftain more than it did anything else. Maybe it'll benefit whoever holds it.
I'm going to struggle to pull the axe out of the tree.
What's your strength?
Base.
10?
Yeah.
It takes you a couple seconds while everyone's having this conversation, but you yank the hatchet out.
Alright, and I'm going. Would you allow Druidcraft to be able to like mend the wound that the hatchet left in the tree?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
And you mend the wound on the tree. And as you pull it out of the tree, the magical aura returns to it.
The axe?
Yeah, it's enchantment magic.
Cool.
Alright.
Curious.
So, if you give me a few minutes, I can identify something about the orb.
Maybe we
Uh,
do that on our way out of here.
You have to touch the orb to identify it.
Or do I have to touch it?
Mm-hmm.
Then
That
identifies
seems like
touch.
a bad
Maybe we
idea.
leave that with you on our way out of here.
Alright.
After all, I've got my own yellow thing to let the king or whatever know that we're done.
I just pull out the tongs. Somebody get a bag. and I just sort of like pick it up like I'm picking up a hot coal, just like these metalworking tongs.
My folk hero backstory gives me an iron pot. We can put it there.
Fucking really?
Yeah, it gives you a shovel and an iron pot.
I
You
know I do a
guys-
shovel,
You
but-
guys can see this far into the goblin encampment.
Okay.
Okay, I pull out the yellow orb and I'm like, somebody fucking remind me how again.
Magic.
Sorry,
And
what
then
what
how
did you
I
do?
use it?
The yellow rock that we have to use to communicate with the person.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that.
Can I discern anything from the orb as I'm looking at it and stuff?
Uh,
Does it look like it'll be dangerous if someone touches it?
do you have detect magic on?
I can.
I mean, I do.
If you,
I'm proficient in Arcana, so I don't know.
Yeah. You can't really deduce anything like mechanically about it by using an Arcana check, just because that's not super. Mainly because this isn't an item you've ever seen before, and it's doing
Okay.
things you haven't seen any items ever do before.
Yeah.
But go ahead and make one with disadvantage, even though you are trained.
14.
Okay, 14. Hard to discern, but you were told that it has enchantment magic on it. A very
Okay.
strong enchantment aura, so do with that what you will.
Put it in the pot.
Mhm.
It has a
It,
lid.
it does not, if what you're asking, it does not seem dangerous to touch.
Yeah,
Or
that's
anything
what I
like
wanted
that.
to know.
Still put it in the pot,
Put it in the pot and tie it up.
just to make it safe.
Um,
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
friends, I have found this seems to have some sort of magic about it. Anyone like to use it?
Well, I know I can.
Well, you can see it since it ain't obviously bad to touch.
I'd like to try.
The axe or the orb?
She looks at the orb.
Okay,
You
well,
looked at the
y'all
pod.
can do that. I'd like to take a look at the axe then, Athrain.
Alright.
I just opened the lid of the pot so she can like do what she needs.
I take the axe from Athrain then.
Should we look inside the encampment first?
All
or-
right, real quick, I have to drop something off, so I will be
okay.
back in like 20 seconds. Let's take a bathroom break, actually.
Okay.
So everyone
Not a
can
bad
use the
idea.
restroom and stuff as we're, wrapping up from the combat and all
Oh,
that
and
good
you-
stuff.
Nick, you should
I
probably
think
give your
there's a
number to
B
the
right.
chat. They are asking.
No.
The storm is also
The person who's asking already has it. They're just being cheeky. All right. Yeah, we will be right back. I have a be right back screen, but I'm not sure if I should go to it because I haven't tested it yet. So you're just gonna see a blank screen for now because I don't want to mess with anything. I'm just gonna be gone from the frame. So we'll be back in like less than 5 minutes. So see you all then. I'm sorry, I'm awkward.
Oh.
Alrighty then.
I'm still standing better than I ever had.
Yup.
Nice.
Whew, that was one hell of a fight.
That burning hands, they had me in the
Yeah.
first half, not gonna lie.
I mean, at the first half. I'm just really glad our medicine checks worked out.
I have a feeling motherfucking damn. I had a feeling the motherfucking what's it called? The death saves would have ended badly.
Yeah, I know it.
Mostly
looked-
because
it
I don't
looked
have the
good.
best fucking track record with death saves. Alex knows
Oh,
this.
yeah. Yup.
I'm really, really, really bad at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, with two fails on 2 characters already, I was not gonna
I love-
try and leave that to chance. 'Cause
I-
fuck.
Jakaruto with the another hand touches the beacon.
Skyrim reference.
You knave.
My boy. My boy.
So, is everyone here?
I'm back.
I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. Everyone's back. So that was the quickest bathroom break in history. So let's resume. We're no longer
I'm
paused.
holding a pot up for
I'm messing
Meredith.
with an axe.
So you're holding a pot. What is Mirith doing?
The orb is inside the pot.
Yes.
So I'm just holding it up so she can do what she needs to do.
It doesn't seem dangerous to touch.
Did not.
I'm gonna try to touch it.
All right. You touch it, and you all see her just grab it.
Okay, I was like
Oops.
ready for something to happen.
As you do, you all see her head kind of shoot back, and pink and orange energy start to billow out from her eyes. Make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
I knew it.
Oof.
Oh no!
8.
Ooh. Failure. As you grab this, your head it fades, and you just hear a voice say, "Dalcorin awaits." A very soft female voice.
What
And
awaits?
Dalcorin awaits. And as you sort of focus in, you are shown a large sprawling city with a large central silver tower. And your senses are still dark, but all you guys see is the energy fade away and her just kind of like blink a couple times and turn and start walking away from you all.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm stopping that right fucking.
Make an athletics check.
I just
will.
closed the pot on the orb. Just kind of pull it in with the lid.
She has the orb in her hand.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like using the lid to kind of take it
what
out.
the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. This dice.
Okay,
sucks.
so you're trying to take the orb away from her?
Yes,
I'm
but not
trying-
touch it myself.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
trying to just
so-
hold on to my
Wait.
keeper from moving.
So you Justin, make an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh.
Shit.
Okay. As you do, Mirith clutches the orb close to her, and as she takes a few more steps, Mirith, your senses are returned to you. And you're just
She-
standing there holding the orb.
She just kind of like stops and kind of shakes her head and just seems really disoriented.
And you were fucking
Yes.
tackled to the ground.
Yep.
Get off of me!
Torin is just
You
screaming
alright there,
satanic.
Hear her like snarl.
This is a satanic orb. Voodoo orb is what Torrens is screaming.
Do I still have it in my hand or did someone take it?
You still have it in your hand, and you feel a like pull, like something tugging you eastward.
Mm.
Drop the orb.
Well, hold on a minute now. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think I'm fine.
I don't trust anything you,
You
say
think
until
or
you
you
drop
know?
the orb. I don't trust
Calvin,
anything you
shut
say.
the fuck up for a second here.
Fuck you! He has a fucking possessed
Go
orb!
investigate the Goblin Enclave if you want to go do something you.
I agree with Kelson. Put the orb in the pot.
We don't
Please.
even know what it does or what it did. All she did was take a few steps, alright? It's not like she started killing us. We
Just
don't know anything that just happened.
I don't trust it.
The last person that had it tried to kill us and almost succeeded. So
Does
I-
anyone-
Possess several things. There's also our boss kind of fucking wants it, so I'm pretty sure we don't want quite yet.
Everybody shut the fuck up! Stop
Does-
fighting. Please put the orb in pot. I'm asking nicely. We don't have to yell at each other.
I'm actually with Talon on this one, or Torin on this one. That's probably a good idea not to keep it on somebody.
She kind of looks at it for a moment. Do I feel anything like as I'm holding it? Do I just feel just a draw east?
You feel a draw east, and you also it has this, now that you're focusing on it, it's like this strange magical power, and tears are actually welling up in your eyes. You're filled with such a almost like sadness and melancholy,
Hmm.
like you're separated from something you desperately want to get back to but are unable to.
She kind of sighs and drops it into the bucket.
It's a pot.
Whatever, pot, bucket.
There's
I would like to...
that's offensive. I identify as a pot.
I
Damn it.
and I
Understandable.
identify as a bucket, so come on.
All right, and as you drop it, that sense goes away, and a building like power inside of you also dissipates.
I
Okay.
tied the pot closed with my rope.
You do.
Now, I know,
Does
I just
anyone?
really tie it good. No.
I know we're all beat to fucking hell. We should probably go see that goblin encampment because it's probably going to be a safe place to stay for a couple of hours while we wait for pickup.
Does anyone know what Dalcorin is?
It's.
I'm Torin. It rhymes.
Dalcorin.
Do
Isn't
I
that
know?
urban area out east? I think.
Is it?
I think so.
Check the pinned messages.
Yeah, it's a city or a region or it's
Ah,
a
yes.
place.
You're all from here, so you all know that is there's a province called Dalcorin.
Province. That's the word I
Okay.
was looking for. It's province.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But seriously, I think maybe someone should be checking out that encampment, and I'll try and get in contact with our boss, tell him job's done,
Job's
and we can get paid.
Is
That
this
sound like a good idea, everybody?
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic. Just
Is
don't
this like
touch
dark?
them.
I put the pot in my back,
You
and
do.
like my backpack. Just keep it there, under as many layers of everything.
Is all this just dirt?
Yes. Just dirt.
Okay, how many apple seeds do you say I have?
I don't remember. 3.
Enough.
Enough.
Just
We'll
give
say
me enough
3.
for every goblin here, so I can plant a seed for everyone that fell on.
Sure, why not?
There, I go wander off to plant seeds.
You do. Make a dexterity saving. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
Uh.
shit. Hiding in the bushes.
More of a snare trap he might accidentally walk into, but his passive perception's too high for their snare traps.
Just looking around.
All right.
Now, are you sure you're all right, Meredith?
I think so.
Okay.
Felt sad looking at the orb. Showed me, I think, Dalcorin.
You would know that was Delcorin with your studious background.
Yeah. Okay.
Bird just got yeeted into the darkness.
Torin
Yeah.
just goes, meow,
The pot doesn't seem to be.
and you run
Wearing
right into a door. As you
Wait.
turn a corner.
It's supposed to be dark.
No,
Here,
it's just
okay.
you weren't able to see it. Fuck it, I'll
Oh.
just illuminate the entire thing.
Mirith
Yeah,
like
'cause
sits
I-
on this tree
Sake of
stump.
brevity.
Alright, well. I think we're going to be hanging out around here. You might want to get inside the wall. Contemplate.
All right.
If it's any consolation,
I find a bed.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, yeah. And I cast Druidcraft to produce a small flower.
Oh.
Here. Maybe this will help you feel a little bit less sad.
Mirith kind of looks at you and gives you a little smile and takes the flower. Thank you.
Okay, so Torin, yeah, you smacked face first right into a door.
Ow!
You okay there, birdie friend?
It's the orb. Evil orb.
Do I need to take the pot from you too?
You can take it if you want, just don't open it. I'm just making a joke here.
Do
I
you
know, so was I.
open the
It's
door?
Yes,
Okay.
of course I do.
You open the door and you see an extremely small living quarters. It's literally just big enough to fit those bedrolls, and that's it. And you have a feeling we're not comfortable at all in their current living arrangements.
Well, now they're dead, so
Yep, they don't have to worry about that anymore.
yeah.
I open this door.
You open that door and you see much better living arrangements. Space, actually. And you see a few like trinkets and baubles, like some carved statues of a goblin smacking a wolf around here. Other things like that. It's literally like the Batman and Robin meme of him slapping Robin, but it's a goblin and a wolf.
But like,
I open the door I'm in front of.
Thank you, Kanye. Very
Athrain, you find... Oh boy. You find a spear on the large gobbo. A very nice looking spear, actually. And he also has just some leather armor on. You have a feeling it was more his natural hide, not his armor. That was making him hard to hit. And on the other goblins, you find a short bow, 20 arrows on each of them. Some of them only have 17 arrows. Sorry. 2 of them would have 18, and then 1 of them would have 17, and then the rest have 20. And you find a short sword on each of them. They never got to ship anybody. It was very sad.
big set.
I'm going to go pile up all these disgusting metal weaponry.
No, damn it. I can use some of that.
No. I'm gonna carry at least the spear with me and a few of the bow and arrows back into the fort.
Okay.
Mirith
And
kind of
sorry.
looks at the flower for a minute and just kind of tries to pull herself back from that feeling of sadness and melancholy before she gets up and goes into the place.
All right. And Calson, as you're looking around, you being a sort of engineer, almost, you assumed they were going to be building more of these guard towers with all this lumber, but just we're in like the planning process. When you guys arrived, Nyx, you open this door and you see a small, it's like a longhouse type thing, and there is a bear rug on the front, but with no head.
Oh, it's got no head. All right.
Yeah, and you just a room with some like actual like nice wooden planks.
All right. Go to the next door.
All right, you open it up and you see a very nice chamber, and there's actually a desk with blueprints on it, seemingly Tarak's. There's also a small basin for, you assume, washing himself, and there's a boar's head, a buck's head, and a bear's head mounted on the wall, and a legitimate fireplace sitting in the corner with a very nice bed, and that is indeed a chest.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna Galson, I found something that might be a bit more your speed in here.
Calson, roll a perception check.
Oh, very well.
Did you just dunk yourself into the basin? You're gonna smell like stinky.
Natural
No.
20.
Okay, you hear that. You sippy sip. Make a Constitution saving throws. You just
The dirty
have you-
goblin bath water.
your stomach hurts and you feel sick
Great.
as you look inside, and this is indeed a washing basin.
Just open the door, see what Torrin's doing. What the fuck are you doing?
I punch the basin now.
It shatters, and the water pours out, and Calcine gets all over your boots.
What the shit?
It's dead now.
It's exactly.
Torin, that wasn't drinking water.
Just goes
Well,
over,
now I know.
just goes over and just wipes his boots on the rug. Doesn't know if it makes it any cleaner or not.
A little bit. It smells though. And Torin, your beak has this like lasting smell of just like
I'll punch my
grossness.
beak. I'll punch the smell away.
You punch your beak. Make an attack roll against yourself. See if you can even hit yourself.
Like, you
Just for that.
go to punch and
I
you just-
can't hit
no.
myself.
You try, but your instincts kick in and you dodge out of the way of your own punch.
What the hell
Damn
is
it.
wrong with you?
It's called committing and non-committing. Wait a minute.
And yeah, Calson, you see a chest in the corner.
Oh shit. Hello, hello. What do we have there?
Okay, sorry, my cat just, or my roommate just got home, so
Roommate cat.
my roommate cat just got home. I was looting the chest.
From Cat Job.
Oh, you touched the chest? Great.
Oh, well.
Make a Constitution saving throw. As you open it up and this gas sprays out. Calson, also make the con save.
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't got no rogue.
How many hit points do you both have?
I have 4.
Oh, 1.
Alright, you both are asleep.
Ah, shit. Well,
Oh,
Torin, you're in the process of like trying to punch yourself and you're like staring at your fists like, am I bad at punching or am I good at dodging?
and then it just
And you-
comes in. If I punch myself and it hurts, am I weak or am I strong? Ah!
And as you're contemplating, you hear like
And 2 thumps.
and two.
I'm gonna wait till the gas disperses.
Oh yeah, it only affected like to here.
And then I'm gonna go look at that chest.
Fantastic.
Chinese.
There are some shinies in here. There is 50 copper pieces.
I'll divide that between everybody.
There is
Ten.
25 silver pieces
Okay, we're a party of 5, so that's 5 for everybody,
and
That's-
10 gold pieces.
and that's 2 gold pieces for everybody.
Sick.
And
Anything else?
oh yeah, you bet your ass. You see the skulls of 2 humans. You also see the skulls of 4 goblins.
Okay, I'm throwing those away. Those have.
I
no use to me.
assumed. Make an investigation check.
Investigation here.
As you're
Gotcha.
searching. Okay.
Hmm.
And that's all you find in the chest.
Cool.
You just kind of throw all the useless stuff out, and you're like, neat, shinies. And they're sleeping. They're having a really good nap.
Matt, are you
I-
feeling alright?
I scream to everybody outside. I claim this bed.
God damn it. Is it
Mirith
loud
is-
enough for to wake us both up?
And then
You move him out of
as
the
I
way.
sit- I sit on the bed and then I kind of like scream to wake them up.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
They're put to sleep magically. So
I grab my. I don't want to leave this bed because this is my bed now.
Gotcha. You
This
will be
is-
carried on this bed throughout all of your adventures.
Exactly. I take out my shovel and I kind of just poke them. Just
Alright,
kind of like
you-
poking them,
you poke them.
going stronger until they just wake up.
All right. It takes
Ram to the shovel.
it takes a whole minute, but they eventually wake up.
My bad.
Is that due to an ending or because of the poking?
Unknown.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Mirith
I
has.
dart up and start trying to grab for anything near. I'm up, fuck, I'm up.
Hello. I have claimed bed.
He is perched on the bed.
He's perched on like the bed
Damn it, I
end.
saw it first.
Yeah, but you fell asleep and you didn't call dibs.
Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Where the fuck you put you? It just gets up and just points at you. You're a piece of shit.
Who are you pointing at?
You.
Me? What the
Yes.
fuck are you on about?
You fucking said, hey, I think I found something you might like, and then I come in here and you fucking
Look at
put
the
me to
fucking
sleep.
desk, dumbass.
What desk?
I point to the desk.
This desk. It had a blueprint on it. That's what she was talking about.
Oh,
Oh,
I came in. I was like, ooh, chest.
Yeah, basically.
God damn it, you greedy bastard.
That's a fair
so,
point.
some man.
Oh,
how are
also
you
I give
feeling?
them since they're the ones
Mirith-
hearing me, I
Mir-
give them the cut
Mm.
of the money.
thank you. I go to look at the chest. I kind of kick it
Hold up.
again before I
Mirith
Hold
was
up,
talking.
Mirith.
look. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, been trying for a while.
Sorry.
It's okay. Mirith, she was like looking at this wood for a little bit. The lumber, does it seem like it's well made?
Yeah, actually.
More than I would expect from like goblins
Uh,
to be able to make? Or
no,
does it seem like big
goblins. Goblins, when giving the right direction, have been known to make some incredible things. Even goblins without good direction can make some incredible contraptions and traps. They're fairly clever creatures, not quite on the level of kobolds, but they're still pretty good. But that goblin chieftain seemed highly intelligent for his kind, so you have a feeling with his direction that these were cut as they needed to be cut.
Okay.
Because
Nice.
you can tell as well that these structures are not old structures; they are newer. Because it also has the same make as these planks, but the walls did not look as good as these structures or these planks.
I think those goblins made the buildings in here.
Are these like railroad ties or like just straight up like lumber planks?
Lumber planks.
Okay. Well, that defeats the purpose of what I was gonna do. Okay.
Well, let's go see what they're up to. I heard a squawk.
You did?
Can I investigate to see what's left in the chest here?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Sure.
Are you trained in it?
I am.
Okay. 18.
Thank you, Kanye.
Nice.
You sort of kick it and then you think about it for a second and you lift back up the lid and you feel under and there's a false bottom underneath the top of the lid.
Ah.
You detach it and there seems to be a vial with a purple liquid. It is a very small vial.
So,
Like
palm
it's
size?
like a shot, almost
okay.
like a very small shot glass.
What is the blueprint?
The blueprint. It is of a guard tower that you see outside, and it seems like very well made. And you flip it on the back, and you see what seem to have been the plans for a trebuchet.
Oh.
Mira thanks you for the golds.
I give everybody their cut.
You walk up to the
Oh, no, they
bird
come to me.
banker. Yeah, I know. You walk up to the bird banker on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Bird banker on the bed.
Bird
say that
banker
times
on the
fast.
bed. Do it.
Somebody in
No.
chat says, "Drink it, Alex."
No. I
Yeah.
have replied. No.
So there's a little potion in there. I'll look
Yeah,
over
I
at the
kind of
desk.
hold it up above my shoulder as I'm still looking through everything. Whoever's better at potion making should probably figure out what this is before.
I can look at it.
I'm just rolling up the blueprint and just putting it in my bag.
If only you took your extracurricular in alchemy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oof.
Your other thing will come up later. Worry not.
Mira
Actually,
takes it.
That would
No.
help on the hatchet. So
Oh, cool.
you can make an Arcana check with advantage looking at the hatchet.
Awesome.
Which I've strapped to my side.
I look
Okay.
at it.
You assume it has an enchantment similar to a one-use item.
Okay.
That probably, and the enchantment on it is that it empowers it.
The axe looks like it'll do something special. Probably only once. So
Oh, shite.
be careful with it.
It'll be useful once then. Still pretty good weapon.
No, it's...
Oh, can I have my jacket back, by the way, Kelson?
Hmm?
It's wrapped around his, abdomen. Can I have that back?
Oh.
Now that you're up.
I'm sorry. Probably has some blood on it.
It's not the first time.
Sort of untied
Probably.
and just hand it back.
All right, you untie it and your wound starts bleeding again.
Oh, god damn it.
Uh,
Seriously?
Yeah.
Just- I just put
You
it in my
haven't
pocket.
short rested.
Yeah, that's
You're right.
So
Ah.
you're going to untie it, Calson, and you're like, your insides start to like bubble a little bit.
Nope.
Everything gets a little woozy.
Yeah.
Keep it in.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, fine.
Stay in your home.
Stay in your home.
Stay where
Yeah.
you're supposed to be. Stay inside.
Intestines are
stay
meant to go on
inside.
the inside.
All right, so
Can I-
you're not getting this back yet.
Fine. I just need it back eventually.
Can I check what the potion is?
Sure.
Nick?
How are you checking what the potion is?
I think like if you like taste like a little bit and spend like a minute or something like investigating like its properties and whatnot, you can tell what a potion does. I don't know how you want to do it
That's. I'm not gonna rule it that way.
though. Okay.
But you take a taste of it and it tastes very sweet. Like a little.
Okay.
You stick your tongue out and put a little drop on it, but you feel a little more than that would probably be. Do you have like an identify spell or something?
No.
Okay.
I was more just like going to look at it and like examine its properties.
Make a
I
medicine check using your intelligence.
Okay.
I can use identify as a ritual, so we're gonna be here for an hour at least.
Is
Well,
that
Well,
ritual
we are
10
gonna
minutes?
short rest.
10
so-
minutes. Not an
Yeah,
hour.
rituals are usually 10
Yeah.
minutes, but still.
Yeah, I'm just saying since we're already gonna be here for more than that.
Do you
Oh,
do
yeah,
you
that's probably a good idea.
does your identify ignore the material components of identify?
I believe it does, yes.
Okay, cool.
I hand
12.
Hard to tell, honestly. Once again, your specialty was not in alchemy, in brewing and stuff like that. So if this was like an enchanted vial, you could probably tell what it does, but unfortunately, you're not sure because this isn't like a potion you've ever seen before.
Gotcha.
I
Well,
hand
first-
Nyx a jacket that I have. Because I have an extra jacket.
You have an extra jacket, okay.
Yeah, I have an extra set of common clothes.
Oh, I do too, but sure, I'll take yours. Is it even? It would be a little small on me, wouldn't it?
No, Kenku are medium creatures.
Oh, well, it'd be too big for me
It-
then, because gnomes are small.
So?
You have a jacket now.
You have an overcoat now?
Yeah.
I have an overcoat with the sleeves that are just longer than my other.
Just roll them up, it's easy.
I know.
Look,
Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
you look adorable.
Thanks. I try.
My bad.
All right. So, Calson, are you casting identify?
Yes, as a ritual spell. Sitting down and doing.
You blah, 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 blah. Do your thing, because I don't know what identify by an artificer looks like. Yeah, describe that to me actually.
The last time I had used it, I had described it as basically a small enchantment on my goggles lenses.
Oh yeah. Okay. Dope.
What are you doing that to?
The potion first.
Okay.
Potion seller.
Potion.
I'm going
Uh,
to...
I'm
so-
gonna head outside while he's doing that and hold the yellow orb up to the sun, like I think I remember him telling me to do. when we're done.
The orb has no energy in it.
The yellow one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways.
Great.
Calson, as you're identifying it, this is a poison.
Mmm.
Miraz,
This
make
is
a
poison.
Constitution saving throw.
10 minutes later.
As soon as I say this, it's poison.
It's a poison mirth. Wait, what? Wait a minute, what?
16.
Okay. 16.
Remember, she didn't actually. Like,
You.
full thing.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. You feel a poison, like a tightening of your heart almost, but you resist the effect easily. It's a very potent poison.
Cool.
Uh,
Thing is strong, whatever it is.
it's one dosage, Calson. You would know via your identify spell. If you apply it to a weapon or an ammunition, it gets one usage, but it does 4d6 poison damage.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
But if you were to make someone drink it, it's 4d8 poison damage.
Oof.
Or if you were to be really sadistic and steadily give someone dosages over a few weeks, they would die. Very subtly. And it would all culminate at once. So here you go. You have a vial of, you know it as warg poison.
Mm.
3 gnomes in a trench coat as a fighter subclass.
It is.
Yeah. It's really funny.
Is it good?
Alright.
No, but
It's funny.
Sounds hilarious.
So yeah, don't drink this. Just hand it back to.
Here's what we do. We coat my fists in poison.
yes, I agree.
Not a good idea. No.
Whammy!
I just punch somebody's teeth in, and that's how I get the poison in.
Hey, there you go.
It'll count as them drinking it.
No, it wouldn't, but
Hey,
Purple hand.
Torin.
Oh,
Since no one has yet answered me, does anyone actually remember how the orcs to get contact with our boss at all, or?
even if I paid attention, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Just hold.
I'm not good with magic.
roll
Just hold-
roll perception checks. Everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Hey.
Hey,
I'm a little
Calvin.
preoccupied.
Sam.
Thrain and I go instinct.
Athrain and Nyx, you hear the sound of a wagon approaching.
Oh shit.
Mirith, as they're having this conversation and everyone sort of listens in and tries to think about what they're doing next, you feel a longing as you look towards the pot where the orb is.
Me?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like you could help it return to where it wants to go. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Oof.
Ooh. Okay. And Mirith, you will. Who's holding the pot right now?
I have it in my bag.
All right. Make an athletics check. Mirith, also make an athletics check. This will be great.
Can
Wizard.
I use acrobatics to, like?
Yeah, because she's attempting to grapple you. Huh. I don't think she can physically beat that.
I literally. Yeah.
So she very daintily tries to rip it out of your hands, her eyes sort of flaring with that same pink and orange energy. Yeah, and you just say that and like backflip out of the way, but still stay on the bed and keep her away from the bed. So you do a flip while holding her head midair. And Mirith, your sense is clear.
Would you please stop going all weird?
I think we need to get that thing back to its owner and pretty quickly, and I think that may either be him coming up the way, or we're about to have company. And I'm gonna go find out which one's which.
I'm at.
That was strange.
I'm gonna try and as soon as I get outside, I'm gonna try and slowly approach the entrance to the to this.
Your head peeks out in 40 arrows. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god, not again.
You see,
Edition.
you see 3 gorgeous white horses standing in the courtyard, and there are gold reins on them. And behind them is a driver, same driver that you guys saw for your carriages, but the carriage is bedecked in gems and looks absolutely gorgeous. And out of the back steps your boss, Mr. Baltz.
Hey, boss.
And he sort of steps out and he walks over to one of the goblin corpses and like he has a cane that he's using to walk with, and he kind of like pokes the goblin, just like sneers at it.
I yell back to everybody else on the bed. Boss is here.
a bounce.
I run
Math
to give
walks
him
out.
the pot,
Oh shit.
but I'd actually like to keep the pot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just. I run out with Torin with like pliers ready.
All right, you do, and you walk out, and do you all reveal yourselves?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so you reveal yourselves, and you hear him go, "Ah, yes, well done, well done. It seems you've cleaned up here." And he like walks over to like the chieftain's body and like pokes it a few times.
I
Big one, isn't he?
I think to spit in that general direction, but I think better of it.
Oh, he's a
I
large one.
take a few steps back.
He's a bit of a bastard, but
Mirith kind of has her arms crossed. She watches this.
You take a few steps back.
Yeah, I was like here, and then I take just a few steps back.
And he turns towards you all.
Bad juju's is getting Torin right now.
Oh, for him poking a dead body.
It's just me as a player getting a bad.
Yes.
Or it's just
And,
getting the same kind of
Bad.
feeling of
and his tail is sort of swishing behind him, and he goes, "So, where is it?"
look back at Torin.
Yeah, just look at Torin with pliers ready.
He's holding it.
Uh,
He looks at you, Torin. His pupilless eyes staring into yours.
I put the pot like right here.
All right.
I just kind of put the pot there.
His head like tilts towards you. All right. I would have preferred
Someone
it
started
presented, but he
Someone
walks
started
over.
acting kind of fucky when we touched it. So decided this was safer.
Well, some magical items will tend to do that, and he grabs the pot and unties the surroundings, opens it up, and he looks inside, and the energy's kind of like glowing from inside. He goes, "Ah, yes," and he grabs it, holds it in his hand, and you guys see no inkling of that energy anywhere on him.
Huh.
He goes, "Ah, yes. Beautiful." He's
What-
just kind of looking at it.
What does that thing do exactly?
Many things.
Seems to have some kind of mind controlling effects.
Hmm.
I saw.
Yes, that is one of them. Thank you all for helping me with this.
And our payment then?
Oh, yes, of course. And he claps his hands twice, and you see the guy who is leading the carriage. Still can't see his face, just a dark cloak, lithe figure. Sort of turn around and reach, and there's a chest of gold. And its arms are like abnormally long, and it steps down from the carriage and walks over to the group and sets it down.
Well, thank you kindly there, old friend.
As I promised, there you are.
Thank you.
Go ahead and
then
check it, count every coin.
I kind of look at the group. I certainly don't need to, and anyone
Fine.
else wants to.
I'm going to.
You do, and how much did I say it was again? I've had a lot of things to...
500 gold.
Haha! I think it was 100 or 50.
100 for
I think,
each?
yeah, I think it was 100 each.
100 each?
Or it was
I think
yeah,
so.
It was either 100 each or 100.
I thought it was 100 total.
Yeah, I
That
think
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100 total.
Or
weeks.
do you remember it being 100 each?
That's what I remember. I remember being like, "Damn, that's generous."
Oh, yes, it is 100 each. I remember.
Oh shit.
I
okay.
remember now. Yes. So there's
Damn, I
100
don't-
gold for each of you
Shit. All right.
inside the
Oh, yeah.
chest. My bad. I'm remembering now. It's been a couple weeks.
It's
I
cool.
apologize.
I wasn't sure if I was remembering properly. That's what I remember.
My true
Yeah.
skills
We
as a
remembered
DM are
100
showing.
something.
Yeah. Cool.
It's all in there. Athrain
Thank
is still
you.
just standing all the way back there. The man will actually comment, "Where's your druid friend?"
She kind of disappears sometimes. Not sure.
I see. Pity.
Kind of glance back
She'll
at
come
her
around.
just to see. she's okay.
She has very nice
see.
hair.
I kind of nod then.
You
So,
promised the
you
house,
sure
I
this
believe?
is just for a collection then that you got?
Hmm. Yes. And he sort of ponders for a second, and he looks back to you, Mirith. It still calls to you. How odd. Did you touch it?
Did you make it?
No. No, not at all. You
But
can't
you
see
know what
it.
it does.
I guess only those touching it can see. Mirith, and you actually see a strand of energy attaching you to the orb.
Yes, I do. What does it mean?
Well, it just means it's going to keep trying to get you to do it at once. Watch this. And you guys can't see what's happening, but Mirith, you see him grab the strand and sever it.
And what would that be that it wants?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you pay somebody to find out?
I'll find out with my research.
Think it has something to do with Delcorin.
Ah,
Kind
Yes.
of like keeping a really close eye on his expression to see if there's any like change at that.
there is like a bit of a like a rich person like when it's mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like, too poor for me.
No, not too poor. Just like doesn't like what's ever there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I wouldn't want to go there.
You promised information.
Ah, yes. For
I
you.
remember a house, I believe.
Oh,
Yes.
of course. And he sort of like a flick of the wrist, and you see 5 keys in his hand. I will be taking you there, of course. And he waves his hand, and a mage hand appears and hands, and as it hands, it has all the keys in its hands. Hands 1 to Calcin, and 4 more mage hands split off of that mage hand and hand each of you a key.
Alright then.
What? Wait, that's just magic.
Yes.
Oh, wait, quick,
stood up.
before we leave,
Oh, hello.
I wanna go and, I know the chieftain have it. I'm gonna run up to the chieftain and I wanna make, quick memory, just kind of try and remember as best as I can the symbol of the, goblin punching the wolf thing.
Slapping.
Slapping,
It's
whatever.
very specific. That it's slapping. I'm kidding.
It's slapping, yeah, the goblin slapping the wolf, and I kind of want to commit that to.
You
Quick
stare
as-
at it,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel you've committed it to memory.
And I nod. Alright, I'm good.
Ah. I see. Yes, information. Let's talk on the way there, shall we? I don't think you want all your friends overhearing all your personal life.
Torin,
Depends on what that personal life entails.
I'm
between
just
me and-
respecting his privacy.
His privacy.
His privacy.
Torin nuts. I pick up my
You
pot.
don't have information for all of us then.
It's personal information about family.
I mean, you can ask me questions. Is 100 gold not enough for you, no?
More than enough. I'm just curious to see what else you've got to offer. Since 100 doesn't seem to be any dent in your wealth.
Well, if you do something more, then maybe I would.
Sure, we'll think about it. Well, no, at least I will.
I am
Just chuckles.
perfectly happy with all this.
I'm just curious. I mean, if he says he's got information that could possibly be for all of us, didn't you want to know?
I
Do you know
did
where my
not.
dick-
Sorry,
do
what'd you
you know
say?
You know where my dick brother is? I haven't seen him in a few years. Is he dead?
Oh, I mean, he runs around with the, what do they call themselves? The Monster Slayer Enclave?
Monster Hunter Enclave, I believe.
Yeah, whatever they are. He's running around with them. Last I heard, I sent the notification to your house, hoping he would have been visiting home.
He hasn't visited in a few fucking years.
Oh, you know cults. And he kind of like squints.
Anyway,
Well then, let's get
That's all I
going,
want.
shall we?
Your thoughts?
And the individual with the long arms, like you see as he walks back, like you know how you like shrug your shoulders back to lift your arms up a little bit. The individual seems to be doing this, and his arms that are covered in cloth and his hands that are covered by gloves are scraping the ground as he walks.
Somebody's shooting fireworks outside.
I know, right? Someone was doing that over here tonight too.
It's
It's
the
like,
fucking 7th of July. The 4th
Yeah.
was 3 days ago.
come on.
It's just the weekend, guys.
still got a month left. Come on.
Fair.
Stop shooting fireworks. I have a
No.
migraine.
Jeez.
Fair.
I bought 50 pounds worth of.
You should have used them all in that one night.
Yeah.
Those fireworks on the 4th made my head hurt so much. It's
I got-
still hurting. Stop
Listen,
it.
Listen, I got 50 pounds of gunpowder left. I'm gonna use them, damn
Hell
it.
yeah.
Oh, no.
So, you all pile into the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
three
follow.
cards you got.
Mr. Burt's.
It is much bigger on the inside than it was on the outside, and it is spacious enough for all of you to sit comfortably. And as you enter, he says, "Take us to the plot of land, please." And you hear no response, and just a whoosh snap of reins, and the horses begin to move. And you make your way, and you start moving west away from where the orb was pulling you. Just for reference, these woods are called the Bale Woods.
Bale
Um,
Woods, okay.
And you're moving west towards... actually, this would be towards where you're from, Torn. Just like the general direction. Yes, the trip
Torn.
starts, and he's just admiring the orb.
Thor looking
you're,
at him.
Awful attached to that thing.
It's so pretty. Look at it. How it swells.
Does it seem like his attachment is like that thing he's been like yearning for years, or does it just seem like a kind of,
Ooh, pretty.
you know, yeah, pretty new toy?
It seems
Can I
like...
tell?
Roll insight checks. Anyone
Okay.
who wants to discern.
Sure.
Damn, that's good.
Holy
And
fuck,
I am
Torin.
proficient.
Holy
Hey, that
shit!
bird knows.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That's
That
what's
bird
up.
knows
Bird
people.
knows when people are lying to him.
Yeah, the
Yes.
bird is just like, I can feel your key.
I smell bullshit.
You all know this is like a man who is obsessed with magical items. So
Can relate.
not like I've been looking for this for years, but it's more like I have it. It's mine,
Yeah.
and it's gorgeous.
My
Mm,
precious, got it.
yeah. Okay.
But he does not at all seem affected by it like you were.
Interesting. Does he seem powerful, like magically? From what I've seen, what I can tell.
Not particularly.
Okay.
He's doing a lot of weird things, but like multiple mage hands doesn't sound too impressive
Yeah.
or anything like that. You don't know quite what his magic power is because from your professor who had explained to you multiple times, you're like the head of the school, Mr. Dr. Blastburn, as he likes to be known by the students.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always had a wild class.
Oh yeah, those classes were We're the reasons you have burn scars.
Yep. They always ended with a bang.
Oh yeah, he explains to you that mages throughout the years, particularly powerful ones, especially during the years when ninth level magic was as common as a first level spell, learned very quickly that they become targets very fast. So they've learned to dim their own magical power just on a whim.
Okay.
Very powerful mages can do that. Like the head of your school figured out how to do that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
if he is doing that, you wouldn't be able to tell, but that is a possibility.
Yeah. The vibe she's getting by the fact that it doesn't seem to be affecting him is that he's powerful. So.
Mm-hmm. And you also know
But,
some races are like resistant to magic, but he's a
Yeah.
tiefling and they're not. So it's weird.
Peculiar.
How old? But yeah, he doesn't really talk to you guys, which is weird because he's very chatty, but he's just admiring the orb.
We think someone's a little too interested in magic items. I mean, I like to make them, but this is a little bit much. I just sort of like whisper to someone next to me.
I'm waiting for him to
I mean,
to talk to me about what I need.
at this point, what do you care if how interested someone, and if you're getting paid at the end of the?
It was a little weird, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, but there are a lot of things that are weird.
He looks away from the orb and goes, yes, Torin. Follow me. And he steps towards where the outside is, where the man is driving the cart.
I follow him.
And he steps through, and you guys don't see him anymore. He steps through a shimmering sort of barrier. And then Torin follows and also disappears. And you're just out where the man is driving the cart, and you sit next to him.
I'm looking at him. Just tell me
So-
what I need.
Your master. Hard man to find. I did not find him. But did you say gnolls? I have a bit of a lead on where a gnoll warband might be headed.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you familiar with all the provinces, Birdman?
Passingly, yes.
Fantastic. So, one of them, promptly named Bathaloria, the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
About, I want to say, day and a half's travel eastward. There's been some unusual forest fires that the druids have been working tirelessly to put out. And gnolls are known for their destruction. So, if any lead is to be believed, I assume there.
Torin nods. Anything else?
There was a man in Advencia who had said that he saw an old man with a large moustache. Matched the description of your master.
Thank you.
Of course. And thank you. He says as he steps back in through the barrier. And you're just sitting next to the driver.
I walk back in as
Okay.
well.
You follow back in. And they re-enter.
Hello.
Have a nice chat then.
Mm-hmm.
The man doesn't say anything and just sits back in his chair and is just still very, not as out in the open now, but it's just kind of it's at his side and he's just kind of looking at it and spinning in his hand.
Alright, this is gonna get awkward as fuck. Who wants to play 20?
Ooh, me.
I just pull out like a small notebook and just start writing notes for future designs into it.
Okay, it's no one Carlson, yes, Aaron, Mirith.
I'll watch.
Oh, come on now, that's not fun.
How do you play? Never played it before.
Give me a second, let's... Thrain,
Yes?
you want in?
I'm sure.
20 questions. Or... Does everyone know how to play? I know Mirith doesn't, but does everyone know?
You watch
Yes.
you watch your employer sit back in his chair and cross his arms, and he is listening very intently.
What, you want in too?
Oh no, please talk about yourselves.
Come on now, don't be boring.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not
That's not
easily
fun, then.
goaded like a child.
It's something to do while we're waiting.
I have plenty to do.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Anyway, 20 questions. So, one person thinks of something or another, like an item or an object. And the goal of it is you ask about 20 questions or less to try and guess what that item, object, or person is.
Isn't that I Spy?
No, because you have to see something in order to do that one. You say, I spy something that looks like an ass, and someone guesses a donkey then,
Makes sense.
kind of thing.
So
That's
it's
I
just
spy,
whatever we think of.
and
I
that's 20
thought that
questions.
was, I thought 20 questions was the one where you ask, each person asks the questions about one another.
We could do it that way, but typically it's something a little more like you think of something and someone tries to guess what it is. Or, you know, we could just go around asking questions to each other. We don't have any drinks here, so that doesn't really make it that much more fun, but, I mean, if that's what you prefer.
Torrance is fine with anything.
I'm
He's a
looking at
bird.
Thrin because she's the one who offered.
Sorry, what?
Trying to make conversation with the druid.
Yeah.
And then the druid- Sorry, what were we talking about?
I was thinking about flowers and trees.
Thinking about flowers.
And nearest, I was thinking about like magical incantations.
Oh, a
Everybody's
Thrain.
waiting for the.
Didn't you want some information as well?
I didn't want to pry.
I think I have something for you.
What do you?
It's not much, but it's something. Come, follow me, my dear. And he steps through the barrier.
I think we lost one of our players.
It's fine, she can jump in later. Alright, and I commence the game of 20 questions.
You
I don't
do.
actually want to do in character 20 questions.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Cowards.
Mirith will try to join in.
You pick it up very
So I follow
quickly.
them
You have very good intelligence. All right, you step outside and you sit next to the creepy driver, and he goes, "So, I have a name.
Okay.
I gave a general description of the general description you gave me, and a certain someone told me the name Helgragus.
Help us.
I'll spell it for you.
Yeah, spell it for the grasp. Okay, it was how I thought.
It's
Oh.
Gragas, guys, from League.
Hail.
Wow!
Nice.
Hail, Grigus.
Hail Gragas!
And this is,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeehaw! Hail, Grigus.
and this is This is the one that started this whole fiasco with me, yes? Or is this someone new?
Oh, yes. They described a very, angry drow man. That was associated with that name.
Oh dear.
Yes. But that's all I have for you. I'm sorry.
It's not exactly a name I found, but I do appreciate what you've given me.
And I appreciate what you've given me.
And I get up and sort of like enter back into the nod. I give the man a nod and enter back into the cart.
Make an insight check, Athrain.
Okay.
Not on him, but just the driver, as a passing thought.
Good at them. I think.
Aw.
I'm good at those passing.
Alright, you kind of just shake your head and go back into the cart. Athrain re-enters as you guys are in the middle of a round, and she jumps in. You play for a while, and after the game ends, then the man re-enters.
Alright, so who wants a round 2? Or, let's see. What might be more interesting instead, now that we've gotten a little more acquainted, is, Never Have I Ever.
Okay. I've never played that.
As you're talking about that, the cart comes to an abrupt stop.
I flip.
Well, someone's
The
got a
momentum
lid.
is going forward, and you guys feel the bump stop, and Torn goes with the momentum and flips forward and lands.
That's just
Well, I'm
towards
sorry,
like,
we can
everything.
play something different if someone didn't like it.
Anything, anything abrupt happens. Flip.
Well, this is odd. He peeks his head out of the barrier. Comes back in. Oh, we're here.
Oh.
The horses are faster than I thought.
We'll put a pause on that game then. And,
Alright.
Kelson, I
Uh,
do expect you to play this time when we get real
I've never had liquor.
Oh, that'll make this
liquor.
really fun then.
Oh, you'll have to buy your own liquor. The house did not come stocked with that.
Boy, figure, but,
Oh, just
it'll be a
figured
good
I'd let you
housewarming
know.
gift for ourselves.
Just figured I'd let you know. As he, like, opens up the door and gestures his arm for you all to exit.
I hop my way out.
All right, you do. And as you guys exit, you see it's pretty nice. It's a not large size house, but it's like a medium sized house. I don't know how to explain it. It's big enough to fit you guys comfortably with some small expansions on it. I don't know the exact dimensions or anything. It's made out of some very nice like oak planks and stuff. It looks very much like a log cabin, but an old log cabin. And as you arrive, you see the door throw itself wide open. As you see a old half-elf man who's very like lithe and hunched over, and he has this thin white hair, and there's this giant bald spot in the middle of his head. And he sort of rushes out the doorway and he says, "Oh, you're early."
Apparently the horses are fast.
Yes, Triggled, thank you for being so fast. Everyone, this is your new, let's call him your maid or butler. This is Triggled. Old family friend. And Triggled goes, "Ah, yes! Hello, lords and ladies." And he bows, and you hear his back go, "Ooh!"
Oh, come on now, not so
And
formal.
he cracks himself back up. Ooh, these old bones. They don't
Mirth
look like
kinda-
they used to.
Mirth waves to him a little bit. It's nice to meet you. I'm Mirth.
Nice to meet you as well, my lady. And he bows to you.
No, seriously, don't. It's no need to be formal or anything.
What? And he turns towards you in his like slightly pointed ear. He's a half elf. And he holds up a horn to his ear.
Oh God.
Say that again.
I said it's no need to be so formal.
I give a martial bow to him. Like
Ah!
open hand, like
And he goes, yes, my lord. And he tries to mimic you. It's very bad.
oh no.
Do you have any things for me to take?
I can carry my own things in.
All right. Anyone?
Thank you, though.
I hand him my bag. Yes.
Oh, thank you. And he takes them and he starts to waddle up the stairs and he like puts them both into the one arm and opens up the door slowly. Puts them back in his hands and walks inside.
This poor man.
If you would follow me to your rooms, please, my lord.
Kind of look to everyone else, and then I'll walk in the house.
You see
You're both walking in.
you see your employer is just grinning ear to ear at this.
I follow him.
Oh no, John's dead.
Oh,
John's
no.
dead
Yeah.
Again.
Rip, he fucking did, bro.
The show must go
Yeah.
on.
That's why I didn't respond earlier.
Oh yeah, whoopsies.
Yeah.
Mobby.
It's
All right.
good.
So yeah, he's leading you to what he said is your room, Torin.
I am very much following.
All right, you follow quickly behind him. He's very slow.
Torin kind of laps him a bit because very impatient.
You do, and you lap him again. Third
And
time.
again.
Fourth time. And then finally, you are down a hallway. You entered in through the front, and there was this long sort of hallway. And as you walked about 10 feet, there was a kitchen to your left. Very nice kitchen. There's like cutting boards, and it seems that Triggled was cooking earlier because there's like some crumbs on the counter. And you get to the end of the hallway, and there's a stairwell to your right, but you turn left, and there's 5 rooms, and he leads you to the one at the very back of the hallway to the left. He goes, "Your room, sir."
I take my backpack and go in.
All right, you go in, and it is comfy for your size. Just a very simple accoutrement, nothing like advanced. There's a bed, a desk, a wardrobe, and that's about it. It's in your room.
I throw myself on the bed with all my things. It's just like, I've been at 1 health this whole time.
Yeah, as you look out the window, Torin, you see about 100 feet into your backyard, which, by the way, you're in the neutral lands. So this is land that is unclaimed by any provinces, and land in this stretch of sort of territory is given out by various noble houses to their knights or other people. And you see in the very back, there's 2 wooden dummies, one with a shield and one with a sword in its hand. And it looks like training dummies for you.
Yes, good.
Good.
Good. Go
and
ahead, Mr. Joester.
Calson, your employer will turn to you and go, "Oh, Calson, come with me. I figure you don't care much about your room and would want to see your workshop first." And you follow him, and he goes left around the house, and you see basically a garage. And he opens it up. And let me see what I wrote down for this exactly. It's like a small garage, and you see there's like some boxes and stuff for storage, but you see basically half of it is storage and half of it there's various like benches and there's tools. There's even a what looks to be the right arm of a warforged.
Oh,
You
shit.
think? Just chilling there on a bench, and he goes, yes, and something for you to tinker with immediately. It's a little small, but not much can be spared for a small quest.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Thank you.
No problem. And he sort of turns and basically, if you go to the storage side, there's a stairway leading up, and when you go up that stairway, it leads into the hallway with the bedrooms.
Ah.
Very nice.
So whoever has the room to the rightmost is probably going to have trouble sleeping because Calcent will be working late at night. So he'll probably get that room.
Yeah, probably.
So he doesn't wake anyone else up with his tinkering.
Mm-hmm.
And
I wouldn't even use it that much, to be perfectly honest.
fair. And also, offshoot from the kitchen area, there is a small study. There's a small bookshelf.
Yes.
There's a small bookshelf. There's a desk in there with some fine papers and inks that you could use to like put into your spell book.
Awesome.
There's about a spell level's worth there.
Hell yeah.
And he goes, and since there was a student of the arcane arts, I figured I'd put in a small station for you to conduct your studies.
Mirth smiles when she sees it. Thank you very much.
The books are nothing you couldn't find at your old school, but just some things to read.
Thank you.
I put one of my personal favorites up there too.
I already know what it is as a player. Just has to be.
Do you look towards it?
Yes.
It's not what you think it is.
What?
Get fucked. It's it is basics of
Blasphemy.
enchanting.
Oh, awesome.
That's his
She will
favorite.
definitely take a look at that.
You covered that in your extracurricular.
Okay. She'll just look
in
over.
your elective.
Yeah, that's fair. She will just look over.
Damn.
The books.
I took dodgeball.
Nice.
You took dodgeball. And by you took it.
Man, Torin was a nightmare in dodgeball. Everyone fucking
Deflect
hated him.
missiles.
Just die.
It was like 1v10 and Torin would just would win every time and like, this isn't even fair. He's cheating.
What a dick! Who's not even using magic?
They were even using like catapult to try to hit him, but he's too dexterous.
Oof.
Plus with the magic resistance, yeah, yeet.
And also, offshoot from the garage, there's a second door in the very back, and it leads to a small hallway with two rooms, one to the left, one to the right. And when you go into those rooms, you see a small tub with a spigot that comes out of the wall and looks like something would go into the tub, and also a small outhouse like toilet area.
Oh, cool. We actually have bathrooms.
Make perception checks
yeah.
as you enter the restroom.
Heck yeah, man.
Cool.
Everyone
Thank you,
can.
Kanye. Very cool.
Crow,
What?
roll a perception check.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Perception.
Yeah, plumbing has been invented, so.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah.
Athrain hears it. Athrain, you hear like this like gurgling very deep under the water.
It's a monster. We need
Very
to
deep
vanquish it
under
right
the
away.
house.
Don't tell Torin it's a monster. He will punch the bath.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't want to break the bath. Damn
He
it.
has -2 intelligence. Don't
There's a-
tempt him.
There's a monster in our basement.
He will
It's
punch the
Torin.
basement.
Torin is the monster in her basement.
Basically, what it is you all know this because it's common knowledge. This is what Azaria has brought into the world. You bind elementals, very similar to what they do in Eberron, and it's created plumbing, basically.
Hell yeah. Plumbing is great.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Alrighty.
If only the Wi-Fi elemental could exist.
I know, right?
Seriously?
Where's my internet
Soon.
elemental?
Soon.
Yeah.
The internet element.
Give it 2 more campaigns when it turns into...
No,
A
just
sci-fi game, yeah.
When it turns into
Just wait
Shadowrun.
until we get a wish spell. Oh, boy. It'll be like Dragon Ball.
That'll be
I
great.
wish for Wi-Fi.
The thing is just like, what? Okay.
What's an internet?
We're literally going to go
Well, you see,
We're literally going to go from playing D&D to just playing Shadowrun.
Yep. Just like magically make the internet
Mm-hmm.
magical connection.
So, Rose, make a spell casting check. So, an intelligence check, just general one, real quick.
23. Damn.
Okay.
It's almost a nat 20.
You watch as you're kind of walking around, and Mr. Baltzwell, he puts his arm around your shoulder and just goes, "You know what, Mirith? Would you do some more jobs for me in the future? Can I consider this a partnership?"
If everyone else agrees, I don't see why not. You pay well.
He
Treated us pretty well at this place.
He puts the orb in your hand.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! What is this dude doing? Oh.
As a sign of good faith.
You sure? You seemed so taken by it.
There's always more items to be found. And next time you find an item, maybe you'll consider giving it to your proprietor.
Nods. Alright. Thank you then.
Of course. And as he puts it in your hand, the same sort of melancholic, sad feeling overwhelms you, and the same female voice, very, very soft, just says, "Dalcorin awaits." Very softly.
Okay. Mirith doesn't like the sad feeling, but she's very curious.
And
So
I will send you, as you attune to the orb
Yeah.
of Dalcorin, I will send you the link to what it does.
Ooh.
And while you're reading that, is there, yeah, you guys can take a long rest.
hell yeah.
Baltz will walk up and he will go,
8
"So,
HP.
thank you all for your help. Enjoy your new home. And should you want work in the future," and he sort of gestures a hand, and you see the orb, the little stone that you were given, Nyx, glow again, and now it's a blue color. Speak there, and you will be in direct contact with my secretary, and she will tell me.
Seems like little much to put in a middleman there, but
I have many things to do.
of course.
And he walks over to Triggold, who is just sort of he's just finishing like arranging the stuff in your guys' room, because as you guys left, he went in and was tidying up the room a little more. And he goes, "Triggold, take care of them, please." And Triggold goes, "Oh yes, I will take care of them, my lord. Thank you for the opportunity." And he just kind of like bows again, and Balls just nods his head. "I bid you adieu. Enjoy yourselves." And he turns with a flourish of his cape and he walks into his cart, and they.
Real talk, the way you paused on "I bid you adieu," I thought you said, "I bitch you."
I bitch you.
I bit you. He eats you.
I consume.
I bid one of you during the tour. You will kill more.
You will now contract lycanthropy. Bow.
Ah,
I bit
shit.
you during the tour, and the mystery is, who did I bite?
The mystery.
It's a.
Have
It's
a
not
fun night.
D&D anymore. It's not D&D. It's Clue.
Yeah, we're just playing
Welcome to the murder mystery.
And as you all lay down for
God.
a long rest, you all took a small glimpse of the map of the provinces as you laid down. And as you all rest, that is where we will end the session tonight. So you guys can think about which province you guys wanna go to first.
Ah, damn, I did want to play Never Have I Ever, but I did realize we ran out of time.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of tutorial land.
Finally.
Welcome to the real game, boys.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Open world.
So
Eat.
thank you everyone so much for watching. It took a long time to get here. Didn't like taking that week off, but life happens. And thank you for your patience with us in this whole getting used to streaming ordeal. And we'll see you all next time. And until then, let the good times roll.